Number 2, we are headed in from the Impala Islands, east of Impala, going all the way across that southwest. So we have a really southern flight path going straight through Leones, Chumacera, to the south edge of Chumacera, actually, just right on through Valle del Mar. There you go. Alright, so let's see. It looks like Nexus Alliance already headed off the plane. I think they're headed up towards that Impala Island, or Impala area. But they do have Team Control Star not too far away from them. Team Control Star maybe headed down towards that garage area, trying to get some of those vehicles right on down where Almost There also likes to go ahead and hit. So let's go ahead and head over to the Almost There, because I feel like we might have some chaos over at this garage area. Let's check in on where everybody ended up on this edge. So let's see if we can find 6666666. Looks like they're at the gas station over by Impala. So it looks like they got some of the vehicles, and they're already, we got Star already headed up and over towards Almost There. And let's see what else we can see on this. We got a couple teams going down to Leones. We got 2 teams in Picado, and we got several teams headed up over towards that Monte Nuevo area as well. 2 teams over towards that El Azahar. Nexus Alliance right there with, I believe that is Team 17, yes, Almost There Academy. Nexus Alliance is going to go ahead and head up towards that El Azahar area. You can see that we're in that very eastern edge. Star paying attention to Almost There. And, ooh, we've already got an elimination over onto Equinox. Almost There in Equinox in that fight. So we're about ready to have 2 fights. Let me go ahead and put this up on the screen and let me check in. Oh, so now Yushan going down, and the fight is over in Monte Nuevo. So we're gonna go ahead and check on that. Wow. Team Control Star coming up onto Almost There. Almost There is down 2 players. I believe they only have the 1 player still up. And no, we got 2 players. They are all coming up and across. Looks like trying to get on over towards. Ooh, Star right there in and now Almost There down to just a duo. Star straight across as 9 is coming in and across, and A9 driving right up and in. So Star, what are you doing over here? Let me check in on what Star is doing. Star trying to get on down while the rest of his team trying to get picked up. He is the last one still standing. That nade coming right up and over. He may be able to get some of these reses off. And let's see. Oh, 999 is getting ready to push up and around that corner. And here comes the other one there. Oh, he does get one pick back up. He's able to get. Oh, they coming right up and in. Almost came right into his face in that kitchen area. Oh! Team Control Star getting taken out by Almost There. Let's head on over to Monte Nuevo, find out what's going on with Equinox. Rosemary taken down and out, but Naturals up to 3 eliminations coming out of Monte Nuevo. The Fearless 4 are driving up and around, going over to the El Pozo area. So now let's go ahead and scroll on in. Let's check in on what is happening in Picado. So in Picado, we've got Just for Fun right on over here with Space Esports. Just for Fun winning that first match of tonight. Do we have Rondo in this? Yes, Rondo will be the next match coming up. Kizra, my beautiful twin. Alright, let's see what's going on with Trick. Is there Looks like they might be rotating out of Bigado, so I'm not sure what that's all about, but it does look like Space Esports taking over all of Bigado. If you look in that upper right hand side, you can see the mini map above, and now Space Esports, the only team in Bigado. I'll go ahead and put that map back up there. And that's got to be the fake Rosemary died first every game so yeah, I don't think Alter Ego Rosemary's in this. Just don't think so. And let's go ahead and put that back up over here and see what's happening right over here with the Chosen. So the Chosen are coming right up and over by, which team is that? Is that Team 10? The Dark Alliance. Let's check in on what is going on with Wagon, because I feel like Wagon is paying attention to this rotation, trying to figure out where they are headed up and over. So Wagon, seeing that they went into the longhouse right in front of him, letting his teammates know, but it looks like Wagon's just going to go ahead and continue on that rotation, trying to get a better spot in the zone, but they're coming up pretty close. The Monkey right over here on Team 17, almost their academy, not too far away, but it looks like the Dark Monkey is going to keep right on going up towards that truck stop area. So they're going to go ahead and get a little more flippy a little more loot over here in the truck stop, so there's not gonna have any fights in that truck stop uncontested. So let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and put that map screen back up there for you. You can see that region 8 is still coming out of that Partona area. Hello everyone, and welcome to the NABS Winter Finals 2. This is week 2, guys. Welcome, welcome. Let's get through these slots. In slot 3, almost there. Slot 3, region 8, gaming slot. Oh, that was slot 4. Slot 5, the finest. Slot 6, marine region. Slot 7, I guess. Slot 8, crowns esports. Slot 9, the Infinity Reapers. In slot 10, Megawa Alliance. I'm sorry guys if I'm saying that wrong. Welcome, welcome. 11, Gods of War. Slot 12, Ex-Prisoners. Slot 13, The Chosen. 14, Gujarat Lions. 15, Eternal Esports. 16, Sin International. 17, Nexus Alliance. 18, Eclipsia. 19, Maryland. 20, to be announced. There their names. We have names for the players. In 21, Row Esports, and 22, Resilience Esports. There we go, guys. There are your slots. There are your teams for tonight, and we are headed into match 1 of 4 in week 2. Alright, let's see. What? What? Let me see what's going on here. Alright. Alright, so welcome. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I hope everything's going well and doing well. It's quite the week for me. At least we are headed into the holidays. I am so excited for the holidays. I hope you guys are gonna get everything from Santa. Oh, let's go. So sorry guys, hold on. Alright, I'm getting out of that. Alright, so, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. We are here. There we go. Now, let me see who we want to jump with. Let's jump with ex-prisoners Simmer. There we go. Just because I scrolled down to him first. We're headed into tonight's first match. So let me find if I can find him again. And there we go. Slot 12. Let me get that map screen up there for you guys. There we go. Here it is. Alright, so for tonight's first match, we're headed in from that South George area, that northwest point, going across the map. We're going over the top of Mount Everest, Pochinki, the farm area, the East Bridge gas station compound, and out into the bay. So I'm not going to be reading any more of that. Let's go. Alright, let's see what's going on the map. I don't see anybody. Let's see. I see a couple of teams already headed off. It looks like we have Team 8 headed on over there, which are Crowns Esports, headed to that North George area. Almost there. Headed to the south, we do have another team. Team 18, which are the Eclipsia. They're headed up and over towards that North George area as well. So we'll have 2 teams in North George. We also have a couple of teams headed up over towards the car spawn. And let's check in on what is happening right on over here at that car spawn. See if we're going to have a fight here, because we do have 2 teams right here. We have R8 Gaming and Team 19, which are Maryland. And let's see what's happening. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and get that car. I'm not sure if... Yeah, here we go. Another car coming right up in here. We got the car crashes, the demolition derby going on. There you go. It looks like we're going to be able to get on out of there. Maryland headed on up to the rest of their team. Down here in the boatyard, though. Boatyard, we've got to be announced right over here with Team 11. The gods of war. Let's see what's happening. We have Blaze Class, Valak, and Salty over here. And let's see what's going on. Gallagher down and elsewhere. The gods of war are down to just a solo player. Now Gil getting pulled up on by all 4 of them from. And there they go. Out to be announced. Alright guys, here we go. Let me check in, and it looks like the ex-prisoners. Let's see where they went. And they were... Where is this going on? I see some chaos going on down here with the Chosen. The Chosen are down to just a duo. And oh no, down to just a solo now. Player 2 going ahead and leaving on out. Hello, Dweezy and Chatty. Merry Christmas to you as well. Region 8 still in that fight. Let's see, where did Region 8 end up? Maryland all the way up here. And I think they might have gotten chased down by Region 8. Let's check in on Jelly. Jelly Tammy is down to 1 HP. He's trying to heal up. We got Wonder up on top of that rooftop trying to hit him in Jelly. Jelly only has a pistol. Let's see what's going on over here with Maryland Mouse. Mouse nan nan nan. Gonna go ahead and head on up and over. Ooh, he is the last one still standing as he's coming up right up and in. It looks like we've got one solo player for Region 8 over here. He's trying to figure out where he is. He's on that outside though. And is gonna, came right out and in. And let's see. Always OP UMash. Hello UMash. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up. I think we got a sound delay. Let me restart that. See if we can get better sounds on this, because I know you guys hate it as much as I do. Let's get back into this match ASAP. You can see on the map that we are going over to that northeast side of the mainland. We're not even touching. We're just kind of skimming along that very northern edge over on the east edge of military base. So we will not be going there. Let's see if we can get some sounds going right. Whoops. Why is that up? I guess I didn't click that, guys. It's just kind of one of those nights for me. All right, so let's see what's going on over here. Team 22 Resilience Esports over here at the mansion. We do have another team not too far away. Hello, Mediana. So let's see which team this is. It is Team 14, the Gujarat Lions. They're not that far away from the mansion, but they're pretty happy over here in this Lipoka area, away from the chaos of this western edge. As you can see on the western side, let me put that map screen up there for you. The western edge of the zone is already packed full of teams, and we got more teams coming on in. I feel like we might have some fights right on over here. Right when I said that, they turned around. This is Team 10, the Magwawa Alliance, and I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. And they are right over here with Team 12, the Ex-Prisoners. Let's see, Ex-Prisoners, they are still a full 4-man team, but we only have a duo over here at the docks area, so I'm not sure where the other duo, they're over at the farm area. I see where they are. Okay, so let's head on over here and find out what's happening with Team 5, though. Team 5, the finest. The finest are keeping an eye right on down into that prison. They came right up and in. Look at this. Here they go. Oh, and they get taken right on out. Let's see what's going on as Team 16 just pulls right up and in. This is Sin International coming at you with that force onto the finest. So now, lucky me. Look at these boys' names. All right, Migsy boy, I see you. And we do have Derville down here, and he's heard all that chaos right up on that edge, and he does have another team not too far away. So let's see. The rest of his teammates are pulling up and in. We are at the prison recall, but it does look like Sin International is starting to move out and around towards that outside, getting into those positions. The 2-2 split get some push from that across the street, and here comes the push from the Sin International. Let's see which ones did they get pulled back. They might have. They're still circling the Gujarat Lions over here at prison. Now while you watch that, let me check in on the map, see if I can scroll it in anymore, because we do have teams. We still have a couple of teams out in the blue. We've got the teams getting ready to get in the fight over at the West Bridge. It does look like the Gujarat Lions have moved out of this. So let's head over now to the fight that's going on over at the West Bridge on the south side. The Infinity Reapers Nehan. We are just a trio right on over here, but they do have Team 6 right here. Hello, Kizra, my beautiful twin. Hello, Team 6. Marine Region. Marine headed off over towards that East Bridge area. So We won't be seeing a fight there, but it does look like Almost There is trying to chase down another team. And this is Team 10 that they're chasing down. The Alliance. McWagwa. Alliance. I'm sure I'm not saying it right and I'm not doing it on purpose. Alright, so let's see. We have a moment, so let me go ahead and put that screen back up there. You can see that we are in full rotation. Everybody is headed over towards that eastern edge. We do still have a couple of teams out in the blue, but for the most part, they are coming into zone. There you go. That gives you a better idea of where everyone is. We still have a team all the way down on the south side, a military base. I completely missed that. Alright, so the Infinity Reaper's wrapping around. Let me scroll on out just a little bit more so you can keep an eye on that if you are an Infinity Reapers fan. There you go. You were live earlier. I was live earlier. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get back in here and find out where our next fights are going to be. I feel like we're going to have a fight right up in here. Let me check in on what is happening. It looks like we did miss a fight. We do have Team 18 now, the Eclipsaria. Oh, right on over here. There we go. Sin International. Another pull-up from Sin. Coming right up and in onto the Gujarat Lions. Now, they just chased them out of the prison recall, and they followed them right on over here. And now Sin International is down to just Migsy Boy. Migsy Boy with those nades coming up and over. And it looks like Region 8 is also in a fight. We'll have to keep an eye on that as well. But let's see what's going to happen over here, because here comes Team 15 as well. Team 15 Eternal Esports coming up along that region. So let's see what's going to happen with, look at this, Eternal are coming in from that northern side. Migsy making the most of that. That's that S12 case. It does get a knockdown on that player. So here they come right up. Oh, right up and in. But now here comes Team 15 coming right up and around. Team 15 Eternal Esports coming in for this third party. But we do have a full 4-man team over here for Team 14, the Gujarat Lions. Look at this. Right out that window. Alright, so now while you keep an eye on this fight, let me figure out where that other fight was going off. I do see the teams coming up from that west or the East Bridge area. We do have a couple of teams that are starting to gather around the school recall center as well. So we'll have to go over there and check to see what's happening with that. It is a 4v4 if the Eternal does pull up in here. So let's see. I don't see, oh, let's go on over here. I do see a fight with to be announced. Claus is down, Blazes down. Let's see what's going on. We are at the East Roz area against Nexus Alliance. So now the Nexus Alliance, you can see Nova off in that back. We got Winter up on that deck and Salty over here next to Valak. Where's Valak? Valak's in the barn. And I'm not sure, but Claus was way across the way. Look at this. He's pointing out where Nova is. I can already hear him. So now, let's see. It does look like the Nexus Alliance is now getting into a fight with Region 8, because Region 8 is coming up and along that ridge line, getting into that fight. Salty, oh, Salty, just, oh, Salty eating that nade from Pancake, and now we're down to just Valak. Valak getting ready to throw those nades right up and over, and does get found. So now here comes Region 8 trying to get into this fight with the Nexus Alliance. You can see that they've already pulled up across the street. I'm trying to figure out which one it is that's over there. Is it Jelly? Jelly is right over here on the other side of Nova. Nova, you can see, is right on the ridge line on the other side of the bridge. This nade by Jelly could be right on top of him. Nova is only down to about half health, and look at that. Jelly with that perfect nades. And so now we do only have a trio over here for Nexus Alliance. Jelly on the move, but we do have a trio for the Region 8. And I do see that one of them from Region 8 is going up and over to get this res. And this is Pancake right on the other side. Jelly coming up and over the ridge line, watching as the res is starting to go off onto Nova. And it looks like Pancake was able to get that res off, and now they're going to go ahead and drive right over the top of Jelly. Jelly right underneath the bridge as the rest of the team are right across the way. Woo! Okay, Winter getting found by Jelly, and now the Nexus Alliance are still spread out, going around on the different angles. If you look up in that upper right hand corner, you can see that we have the Nexus Alliance and Region 8 Gaming. They are all intertwined. They are next to each other. Niche is down. So now we are just down to Jelly and the boy Wanda. Look at this, going right in and across. There goes two more from the Nexus Alliance right in front of Jelly. So where is... What a shot! Jelly maybe getting ready to get that. Oh, he does. He's got a three-piece going over onto the Nexus Alliance. He's got one more to get that squad wipe, and it is Ark right across behind that broken wall. Jelly paying attention to this. Is Jelly going to get the 1v4? Let's see if Jelly can get this onto Winter Ark. So now our zone did pop, and we are still in zone over here. Jelly is in zone, and we are going all the way over towards that mansion area. Yes, Naya, down to the intersection with the OP dip. So let's go. Let's see. I don't see Ark moving, but Jelly, GG. Alright, we do have another fight going on over here. Let's find out what's happening with almost there. Wolf is the last. No, there he's Wiz is the only one knocked over here. And we do have two other teams over here. We have Team 10, which is the McGuire Alliance. Ooh, I'm having the hardest time with this name today, guys. The M Alliance. They're right over here with Team 15 as well. Team 15, Eternal Esports. And that might be it for Eternal Esports, going out to Wolf. Wolf is the last one still standing for almost there, and they're still coming on in. Let me go ahead and scroll that on and give you guys a little better idea of where everyone is. We still have Ark over here. Let me check in on Ark, see if Jelly is gonna get the 1v4. Jelly is still under that bridge, but we have the boy Wonder on the top. Is Jelly gonna get the 1v4? Oh, Jelly! Jelly with the squad wipe onto Nexus Alliance. That was a 1v4. It was a little extended, but we caught it all, boys. We caught it all. Jelly is the last one still standing, but Region 8 Gaming up to 10 eliminations. Alright, let's see. Let's check in on the finest, see what's going on over here. We are out in the blue now, but we do see that there's another team coming right up and in. We're on the reds on the north side of Potato Hill, and the team that you can see off in the distance is the ex-prisoners. All four of them still standing, so he's over here by himself. And let's see, where is Sharon? Sharon is just moving on out. He's headed on over to the zone. So let's see, we're down to the top 12 teams, and it looks like we might have some chaos on over here. So let's see what's going on with Team 18, Team 18, which are Eclipsia, Eclipser. My mouth is refusing to work. Ooh, we got a Casper. Is this the Casper though? That's what I want to know. So Eclipseria. There we go. Infinity Reapers over here. Also with Team 10, the McWagwer Alliance. Where am I? Alright, so guys, let's see now what else is happening. Let me go ahead and put that screen back up there, give you guys an idea what is happening as we are still rotating into the zone. We are in stage 4. It's been pretty quiet tonight. Not a lot happening. Let me go ahead and get that one over there. There you go. There's everybody that's still in this. We still have 31 players in here tonight. So let's go. Let me see. As I stumble and have so many issues with these team names. Alright, let's go ahead and find out what else is happening. It looks like the Gujarat Lion headed up and around to that north side of Yasnaya. Maybe trying to get into Yasnaya proper. But we do have all of Team 18, Eclipsaria, coming on in. Team 9 at the 1 stacks just to the south of Yasnaya. Team 9 are the Infinity Reapers, and our zone's getting ready to pop. So let me go ahead and put that map screen back up there for you. Give you an idea. We are going out to those wide open Yasnaya fields. Even the team right across from Casper here is not in zone. So let's get on over to that other side because we hear that there's a lot of fireworks going off. The finest Sharon has been found, so I can't click on him, but let's see what's going on right in the dip over here for Team 6. The Marine region with Team 7, I guess, coming up and around, getting ready to drive right on in, hopping into the hovercraft just in time. Ooh, and he gets taken down and out. So now we got, I guess, in the dip over here. Let's see what's going on. And we do have Chico, Chaco, Hong Lin. There you go. But we do have Team 12 coming up right on the other side of them. And we still have 10 teams in this coming in. So let's get to the middle of the zone where we do have a fight over here in the crates. We are center zone. They are paying attention straight across. And we do have Team 22 Resilience Esports, just a trio. But they are holding off Team, which is that 4? Yes, Region 8 Jelly, right on the other side. I hear a lot of nades going off in that background, and it does look like we've got a couple of solos along that western edge, also in the fight. Let's get over to that western edge and find out what is happening with the Gujarat Lion right over here with almost their Wolf, and they're both just down trying to creep into the zone. Wolf is driving right on through, and so Wolf getting set up in this haystack, but he's got a solo from Jelly across, and then the solo from the Gujarat Lions right behind him as well. And so now this field full of solos every direction. Even Team 8 is over here as a solo, which is the Crowns Esports Crown T. So let's see. Outlaws. Well. Can you spectate Team 8? Yes, let me find Team 8. I am on Team 8. There you go. Right in front of you. Alright, so now let's get on over to the other side because I do see quite a few fights going on with Zero Mercy Ninja playing for the Infinity Reapers. Oh, and they came right up and over down to just Nehan. This is the last one still standing as they are coming up and over. Nehan throwing all those smokes, trying to keep them off, and we have more from Team 18 coming up and in Eclipsaria. Eclipse. Let's check in on what F is doing, but look at this. We do have all sorts of nades coming right up and into our faces as we look Casper down, just making sure that no one can find his back as we're coming into the wide open. If you look down below, you can see that most of these teams are coming in from the southwest edge or southeast edge. See what's going on, give you guys an idea how close these guys are out in this wide open field. So let me go ahead and put the iPad up so you get a full screen of chaos. You can see that they are all still moving out and around. The Infinity Reapers right down below us. We still have across the way a couple of those solos, and really close to that center zone, Team 10. So there goes Team 10 in that center zone. We're down to the top 4 teams. Let me go back on into the middle of all of this and see what we can see as far as the fights that are going off. We have the Infinity Reapers down to a duo, the ex-prisoners a trio. We have Team 18 Eclipsia down to duo. Down and out. Let's check in on Resilience. Medion coming right up and in onto the ex-prisoners. We got Vaseline right across, and there goes another player out for the Infinity Reapers. We still have a 2v3v3 at the moment. Ooh, so now we're down to just a solo over here. Is the ex-prisoners Secret trying to hold off the push now by Team 22 Resilience Esports. They're coming right on in. Let me get a little closer, get you guys a little better sky view of what they are dealing with. You can see that we've got rocks and trees. We do have this little bit of dip line, cliffside, I don't know what you want to call it right there. But Secret is still trying to come up and in. We do have the Infinity Reapers trying to get into zone as well. Coming right up and into Resilience Esports. 90 over here trying to hold off the push by the Resilience Esports. And there they go. So now it is just up to Secret versus get Maddie on the screen will be a side by side. So a little too late. There we go. The Resilience Esports coming in first with 10 eliminations, 10 placement points, 20 total points for tonight's first match. Erangel coming in second. The ex-prisoners with 11 eliminations, and the Infinity Reapers coming in third with 2 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, and 19. Going all out. Resilience Esports Madian, 7 eliminations, 978 damage. We'll be jumping with Madian when we come right back for match number 2 of 4. Be right back. We do have a couple of teams riding the blue wave in. We've got the Fearless 4 over in El Pozo, and Equinox coming out of that Monte Nuevo area as well. And the rest of the teams are pretty close. Well, we do have the Finest coming out of Puerto Paricio, but they shouldn't have any issues coming up and through as well. So I feel like we might have a fight between the Golden Fire right on over here, because the Golden Fire are pretty close to almost there, getting some shots over on the Dom. Golden Fire are a, ooh, Looks like Dom is getting pushed up on by a duo from almost there. They are right on that backside, and you can see that TK was down quite a bit in health. Look at Dom getting ready to throw that nade right up and over. Ooh. Now, did see that. Oh, they're coming right up and around. Dom down quite a bit, and here they come right up and over. So Slaughter now. Slaughter trying to get that first aid off, and it's just now down to Slaughter and Z Wawa. So it looks like they're gonna go ahead and rotate on others. Go ahead and leave almost there to themselves. Let them go ahead and do what they need to do on over there. So let's get this map back up there, give you guys an idea where your teams are. We still have 14 teams in this as we're coming on in, and most of them have quite a bit of space, but I do see that the duo from the Golden Fire coming right up and in now onto Team 8, Soren. Well, it looks like Soren is coming in as a full 4-man team this time. Let's see what's going on. Looks like Soren may be still in that rotation, headed up towards little... Ooh, the zone does pop, and so now let me go ahead and show you on the map. Show you that we still have quite a bit of water. We still have the Armpit, El Azahar, minus Generalis and Impala in here. So going along this eastern coastline just to the south of Terra Branca, Cruz de Valle, west of or east of all these areas. So let's see. We do have R8 coming up from Partona, so let's go ahead and check in on the rotation as R8 comes right up and in. And I'm not sure what to call this guy, but it kind of looks like C to me. I see an SI, so we'll just go with that for the time being. Let me check in on Cloudy. I don't think they're going to be able to, they're not going to be seeing any of those teams anytime soon. They did have Soren not too far away from them and the Golden Fire, but it looks like, ooh, they may be coming right up and in onto Soren. You saw that Soren was right there, right in front of them, and that is Dagans. Dagoans. So let's see, I think he may be a solo right on down there. Let's see what's going on with him. Oh, do you know that they're coming right up behind you? So now let's go. Let's check in on what is going on with Kool-Aid. So let's oh, don't stop in the middle of the street. That M249 trying to get some of those shots over onto him, and Andy does get found. So now let's see what MV first trying to get that spray and get sprayed out of the vehicle. So now Kanak is coming right up along this edge. He does have one right above him in this house. Now all four of them right above him. They're down to just the duos there coming up and around. And oh, Digons trying to get those shots, and now it is just down to Kanak over here. Children, hello. Alright, so now Kanak's still trying to get these shots, and he does get one knock, but they come up right behind him. So now let me go ahead and put that map stream back up on there. You can see that we're still headed over towards that central area. Let's go over towards the Finest and see what the Finest is doing, because they do have Team 8 over here, Dark Alliance right on top, or Team 10, Dark Alliance right on top of them. And I see a little bit of the Silver Spurs over here as well. Looks like Sharon trying to keep sure that his back is clear. And let's go ahead and scroll on in a little bit. No, I can't scroll in too much because we're still missing those teams over at in the El Pozo area, and I don't want to lose out. Looks like the Finest are coming right up and in onto that truck stop. The truck stop is down in in that valley, so they do have quite a few angles up on these ridge lines. So the golden, look at this, the golden fire in a fight over here with, ooh, we got all sorts of teams over here. So let's see what's going on with the golden fire. Let's see, we do have 3 teams over here. The golden fire almost there, and a region 8. So now let's see what, oh, the golden fire, there goes ZYY. So the golden fire now just down to Slaughter. Slaughter is the last one still standing as region 8 surrounding him. Oh, taken out by the nade by Cloudy. Cloudy was able to get that, but now almost there is up on that sight line. They do have the uphill advantage, and I think that must have been, let's see, was that 9 up? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Right up here, trying to get those shots down on the Cloudy. Now the blue is starting to push these teams right up and in. Let me see if I can slide this over, give you guys an idea where they are. 9 still trying to get those shots down onto the rotation out of the blue. So hello, Roxy. Hello, welcome to the stream, Roxy. All right, so 9 still trying to get those angles down onto region 8, coming right up and in, but region 8 answering, getting 9 down to about 20 HP. So let's go. Let's see what else is. Let me go ahead and put that map stream up there, give you guys a little bit better idea of where your teams might be. A little bit too aggressive there. Let me see. Alright, so this is gonna be really touchy tonight. Let me go ahead and get that over there. That gives you guys a better idea of where your teams are. And again, for the second time tonight, we have late zones with at least 40% water. So 9 still trying to get a few of those angles right on in. Let's go ahead and head on back as region 8's trying to get into a better zone. So now let's see. I feel like the Fearless 4 and Just for Fun may be getting into a fight up into this. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the NABS Winter Finals Week 2. This is going into match 2 of 4. We've got Miramar all set up and ready. And this time we're going to be jumping with Resilience Median. 7 eliminations, 978 damage. So let's head on over to Resilience Esports. Hello, Matthias. Hello. Big fan. Alright, let's get on down to Medium. There he is. And let me get that map screen up there so you guys can figure out where your teams drop. Figure out what's going on. If we've got any sound delays, let me know and we'll have to restart. But I did restart during the break, so hopefully we don't have any issues this time coming into match number 2. Woo! Got all that out in one breath. How was everybody's weekend? Did you guys have a good weekend? Mine was a little stressful, but hey, you know, sometimes it is what it is. Alright, here's our second flight path up tonight. We're coming in between the Impala Islands and Impala, going up to that northwest corner. We're going over Impala, over La Petita San Martin Crater Fields, into the north of Ruins. So there's your flight path. We'll pay attention to where the Resilience Esports goes on and jumps. So it looks like we got a couple of teams already jumping early. I feel like we got a team headed down to Puerto Patricio, maybe a couple towards Impala. I see the Gods of War headed on down. We also have the ex-prisoners over here, almost there. And team number 6, which are Marine Region, all along this weather front. Yeah, we got sunny to rain to... Alright, let's see what else is happening. We got quite the cluster going over the San Martin graveyard area. It looks like Resilience headed down towards Picado, and I do see another team right there with them. I see the Infinity Reapers not too far away, and we also have Team 10, which are the Mugawar, the M Alliance, since I just cannot even say it. I can't even. Alright, so let's get this off of here. Let's go ahead and show you what Marion can do down here in Picado. Resilience Esports versus Nexus Alliance. And our first zone popped, and we are going all the way to that northwest edge. We do have a couple of teams in El Pozo. We got a couple of teams over here in San Martin as well. So over here at Bills, we got a couple of players down on the top of Bills. Right over here with Sin Esports. This is Team 19 Maryland, and I only see the 2 teams over here, and I only see the duo for Sin's Esports, so I think it's a 2v4 over here. Let me check. Yes, because Squash from Maryland has already taken out the 2. But look at this. We got Sin's already on that push. Drip is coming right up and in. Drip is able to get one of them from Maryland down and out. Drip goes down. And now on the staircase we do have, oh, nice push by Sins down to the solo player for Maryland. And Squash is going to be able to get all of them picked back up. But will you look at that? We have 5 eliminations over here in San Martin. So there you go. Let me go ahead and put that map right on back up there. And let's see what else is happening over here. So let's go ex-prisoners. All right, we got people in YouTube calling out for the ex-prisoners. We will check in on where the ex-prisoners have gone. I think we saw them over towards, yeah, they are all the way down here in South Leones. There are your ex-prisoners. They're in the vehicle. They are headed on up. They're rotating towards zone. If you want to keep an eye on them, I'll go ahead and put the map up so you guys get a better idea, because right now in Picado it's a little quiet. As soon as we start getting some action in Picado, I'll make sure to click on over, but you can pay attention to where your ex-prisoners are headed, and gives you some better hope, because it does look like they have a pretty clear path into that southern edge of zone. Let me check over here on my screen. We do have to be announced. So it looks like they may be starting to push up over here. Let's see what Blaze is doing. We do have Team 18 over here. Eclipsia. I'm saying it wrong, and I'm sorry. Eclipsaria. Alright, let's see. Claus. What are you doing, Claus? It looks like Claus and Salty going on over to try to find some vehicles. They're not too worried about it. So let's head back over to Picado, because I see another team coming up behind Resilience. You can see on the top of the Picado Mountains, there is another team that's starting to set up over there. The Infinity Reapers 90 is right up there. So maybe we might have a fight over here. Let's check in on Team 8. Crowns Esport also getting called out over here in my YouTube chat. So let's check in on Enders. Is this the old Enders that we used to play? Is this an old PUBG Pro? And we got the Shaggies. They call me Mr. Bombastic. Let's not get copyrighted today, guys. Let's not. Alright, so let's head on back over, because I think our main fight is still going to be over here in Picado, and they are really being cautious of each other's. Ooh, right on through on the Ark. Were you peeking that hard? Let's check in on what Winter is doing. Winter trying to keep an eye across the waves. He's trying to get up over towards Pancake. Oh, Pancake is the last one still standing. Molina, Pancake is, so now it is just up to Winter. Winter coming in, and now he does have all 4 of them from Resilience Esports coming up and in onto him. So he's trying to pay attention on which side they are pushing in. He's trying to figure out which is the biggest threat to him at the moment. And here they come right out and around, and ooh, he does miss. Oh, he gets one. Oh, but now it does look like Median was the one that got knocked. Christmas layout is so pretty. Thank you, Dewey. Dweezy. Thank you. Let me go ahead and put that map stream back up there. I'm working on it, Dewey. I'm trying to mess around with some things, trying to change it up just a little bit. The graphics guys have not been all that easy to contact, so what you can't get, you make yourself, and it's not always the prettiest. Alright, so let's see. Let me head on over to, it doesn't look like we got anybody that's really on top of each other. Let me go on up over here to Region 8 and find out what's going on over here, because they're just on this edge of zone. You can see the edge of zone right here in their mini map above. They are in zone, but I did see another team not too far away. It is Team 14, the Gujarat Lions. And the rest of Region 8 coming out of Camp Militar. So they're coming on in. Let's see what's going on over here. Crowns also getting called out in my YouTube chat. So let's check in on them, because they are starting to come up to the San Martin edge. San Martin does have a couple of teams down in here. You can see that we've got Team 19 down below, which are Maryland, but we've got Team 3 almost there coming up behind him. There's Team 3 right there. We know that Team 3 was to the north side of the Picado Mountains. So let's see. I think Enders, there we go. Trying to throw that nade down. I'm not sure if that nade went where we saw it go, but let's go. It does look like they're starting to push up, and then we got another team coming up here as well. Almost there, does get the knock, but we've got another team coming in. Cardi C from Resilience Esports is right over here with all of this chaos as well. And here comes the rest of Resilience. And it does look like maybe even Team 19 Maryland coming up and out through. Let's check in on Shaggy. Shaggy trying to get those shots over onto Maryland. We got 4 teams right here on Radio Tower Hill. We even have them right inside the building taking the shots across over onto Team 11. The gods of war are now coming up and in. So this going to be the center of the world. Then the 9 is down and out. Wolf is out. And so now almost there, down to 8, 9, trying to stay out of Maryland Mouse and Calicar finishing off almost there. So now let's go on over and check in on what the Calicar is doing. The artiste over here, he does have, I don't know if Calicar knows that there are 3, 4, 5 other teams right up on this ridgeline with him, but he's about to find out the hard way. He does have right down below him, he's got Team 19 And Team 8 right in front of them. So now let's go. Oh, Squash is still knocked. Are you going to let Squash just go on out? Alright, now let's go on over to Crowns. There you go for my YouTube chat. Crowns still has the duo over here at Radio Tower. We still have Maryland up here. We also have players going out to the blue. So we're going to stay here for just a minute because this is the hot spot. You can still see that we got Maryland, Crowns, and the Gods of War right on top of this, of the San Martin Radio Tower Hill. Alright, let me go ahead and put that map up there. It looks like the Chosen and Resilience are in a fight. Let's see where the Resilience head, because they were not that far away. Oh, here they are. Let's check in on what is happening over at the power grid, because we know that the Resilience was getting into that fight. Molina, let me check in on Maddie in the last match top fragger, as we do have the Chosen coming up and in, and there goes Chosen. Player 1 is the Chosen out now because that was just a knock. So do we have one more player for the Chosen in this area? I don't see them if they did. Alright, so let's see. And we still have players going out to the blue at this time, so let's go ahead and see what's going on up here. To be announced, headed not too far away. It does look like Claus does have Team 15 Eternal Esports right underneath them, and the rest of to be announced right up above them. We still have Eclipsia right on down in El Pozo. So we've got a couple of teams over there. We do have a team coming in a little late, Team 10, the M Alliance. I'm sorry guys, I'm struggling too hard tonight with trying to figure that out, but there they go. Ooh, they are all up and around over here. So now we do have Team 15 just down to a duo. Eternal Esports down in the fishbowl of the crater fields. Just a major fishbowl. Let's see, Kalaz. Looks like he's getting ready to push on down. He's definitely getting into a better position to be able to figure out where they are in these barns right across. And I think Claus is coming down. And we do have, it looks like Blaze. Blaze is also on a mission. Claus in his ghillie suit. The grass ghillie suit though, not the desert ghillie suit. And he's trying to figure out where they are. Look at this. Oh, he ran right in front of Claus's 3-time scope. Look at this. And Blaze is still on his way. I'm not exactly sure where Blaze is coming in from, but it's taking him a minute to get there. Alright, let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. There's nobody on this eastern edge, so I'm not cutting anybody off, but I'm just going to go ahead and slide it on over that way, because we do have the fights going on this western edge of the play zone. This duo, oh, look at this duo. Wicked. On the back of the truck, what are you doing? Are you that bored, Claus? Is just watching him. I can hear Claus already. What is this guy doing? Let's get on over there and see if he has any idea whatsoever that he is being watched. You know what? I bet he does now. Alright, so let's see what's going on with Shadow. Shadow's going to try to get him picked back up. This may be Blaze that is coming up right on in. We did see that Blaze was on that push to come on in, and we do have Valak up on top of that hill. Valak can probably see right on down and Salty and Blaze coming on in. So there is 3 eliminations for to be announced. Alright, let's get on over here and see what's happening. with Team 6. Team 6 Marine Region over here in San Martin. You can see that we do have Team 19 still down here, Maryland. And we do have the other teams up on the hill, which are Gods of War and Resilience. Medion is off in the distance, not too far away as well. Look at this. We're collecting teams over here in San Martin. So let's see. We still have a minute, so let me go ahead and put that map up there, give you guys a good idea of where your teams may be. If you have a team that you want to check in on, just let me know. I feel like the Gods of War do have a team coming up behind them. And let me see what Team 18 are doing on top of the Gods of War. Team 18, Eclipsia. So they definitely know that they're there, but Gil with the answer. Gil in the radio office. So let's go. So now let's go. Let's see what's going on with Calicar. Is Calicar trying to come up and around, trying to figure out what is happening over here as the rest of them are trying to he does get a knock, but there goes Team 18 zooming around, drifting right in front of him, trying to get out of that spray. Calicar getting quite a bit of damage onto him as the ex-prisoners are coming up. You can see that all 4 of the ex-prisoners are coming up right on the other side as Team 18 tries to reposition to get those shots over onto Calicar from the Gods of War. So now you can see in the mini map up above there are still 5 teams right over here in Calicar's mini map alone. Let me go ahead and zoom on in on this mini map so that you guys get a better idea of where everyone is. There you go. And then I can go ahead and put the map screen up because our zone is getting ready to pop. So there we go. We are going to San Martin. The Hacienda del Patron still in this as well. So now looks like Calicar getting ready to rotate down and in, but they are in zone and they can gatekeep the ex-prisoners from coming on in. And it does look like over here we got some chaos going on between TBA, the Infinity Reapers, and MA, which are the Maguara Alliance. I'm sorry if I am saying it wrong, guys. I am trying my hardest. Alright, so Team 10 coming up. Ooh, Blaze. Blaze is finding them. And now Nahan. Nahan also finding them. Ooh, but Nahan, who found you? Who was it? It was Claus. Those dirty little claws. He was able to find you, Nan, from across the way. We do have 3 teams, and Claus is still pulling up over here onto the Infinity Reapers. Right on down below. Right in front of him. He finishes off Ninja. And now the Infinity Reapers are down to just 90. 90 trying to come up and around. But now we do have Salty and Blaze coming up right in front of him as he's taking those shots. And he's got Claus coming up right behind him. And Claus with that nade right up and in onto 90. And so now let's see what's going on with Team 10. The Maguagua Alliance, guys. I'm not saying it on purpose. Alright. Claus coming up. He knows that there's another team right on down below. Are they going to go ahead and prioritize? It does look like they're going to prioritize zone. And let's get on over to the Gujarat Alliance. He's in solo over here getting pulled up on by the ex-prisoners with the Gods of War. Also trying to get into this third party, trying to see across. We do have Vaseline right here in Sadie's sight. So Sadie trying to get those shots right up and in, but we also have the teams coming in from that other side. So let's see if we can figure out who that might be. It looks like it could be to be announced with that rotation. That was a very quick rotation from to be announced. Our zone's getting ready to pop. I'll show you the new zone in just a second, but we still have Calicar up on top of the ridgeline, right on top of the prisoners, trying to throw those nades right on top of them, with Team 18 off in the distance, Eclipsia. Right down below. We do have to be announced coming up to his west, so he needs to pay attention to that gunpowder fire over on the other side, because here comes Claus. Claus just creeping his way up into the gods of war. The ex-prisoners, all of them right on over here. Down below, we got Team 6, the Marine Region, taking those shots up on the TB. To be announced. Alright, let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. Claus is going to go ahead and change his diaper, or change his tire. I'm tired, guys. Oh, my mouth is not working. So here they come right up and over into the ex-prisoners. The ex-prisoners right on down in front of them. Claws coming up, trying to figure out where they all are. And look at this. He lands right on top of one of them. And that is, who is that across from you? Does that say Simmer? What does that say? Simmer. Right there. So Simmer going down to Claus as he's trying to get on out of there. So let's see what's going on. Secret coming up to try to cover as Claus is coming around that backside. Secret with the S12 and Claus too fast for that. And Vaseline on the top trying to get that nade up and over onto Blaze and Claus. And now let's see. We still have Salty right there. Salty taking him out. And so now we're down to just Quiet trying to get those shots down onto to be announced. Salty has been taken down. But look at that, all the way across the way. It was Calicar from San Martin all the way up onto that ridgeline. We did lose one from to be announced on all that. Oh, we lost two. We lost Valak and Salty. Salty is now left out in the blue zone. So now, let's see what we can see as we're going to go ahead and scroll on in. Let me try to get some sky view to show you the chaos going on in San Martin. We have 8 teams over here. We still have teams coming in from that ridgeline as well. You can see Claus and Blaze all the way up on the radio tower hill. And all the way at the back, we've got the M Alliance. We've got Region 8, Gods of War, Resilience with the last match top fragger. And Team The Finest over here as well. I cannot get all the teams in here, but I think this gives you an idea of what we are looking at. There you go. You can see that just about every building does have a team or teams very close to it. So now let's go ahead and head on over to, let's see, it looks like the Casanova. I found you, the lover. There he is, guys. Let's check in on the Finest because they do have to go across the street. There's nothing worse than crossing the street when you have teams in every building. Median at the top of the build, and look at that. Right when I said his name, he pops up and over the top of that and is able to get the elimination. And gets 2 eliminations. Then there's one more at the back. We got Rick right down below. And Marion, he's going to throw that nade up and over. But Marion has to get out of the blue. We are in stage 7. And this blue zone does not play. So we're down to the top 5 teams. And while you watch Marion run across the wide open, we can see that the Finest Rick goes out to the blue. So now let's head on over into zone. We're down to the final 4 teams. We still have the Gods of War Region 8 to be announced. Blaze still holding on as Blaze is coming right up and in onto Resilience Esports. Look at this. So now let's see. We are missing one of the teams right on back here. There you go, guys. That's the best I can do. I know you're out in the blue, and I know you don't like watching it from out in the blue, but I can't get you any further in. Blaze coming out around, stopping the push from Resilience Esports, and Blaze, who found you, Molina from Resilience up to 13 eliminations and down to just a duo now. We still have the Gods of War and Region 8 Gaming as we speak. So the Gods of War is still coming up and in. We still have Calicar right across from Region 8 Gaming. Jelly is down and we're down. No, Jelly is still up. And we still have a solo. He is getting that res off. So now we are down to 2v3 as they are all trying to push into this zone, and I'm not even sure where the zone is anymore because these teams are right on top of each other. Everybody just on that little edge of zone with their toes in the zone. So let's see, looks like Molina is outside of that zone. We do have Median trying to come on in, and now Jelly's still trying to get this res off as they are still, the smokes are coming out right above. So let's see what's going to happen. I think this is the best I can do for you guys to show you where your boys are. There you go. That's the best I can do. I can't get you any closer without losing people as we try to get on in. Jelly's going to be able to come on in and across and see what Median is doing. He does have the DBS. He's got a lot of shotgun shells and still has 5 nades on top of all of that. Molina still trying to get those shots as well. And here comes the push by Region 8 coming in on the one side. And we also have the Gods of War coming in from the others. They're all trying to push right up and in to this compound. So we've got Gil on the outside, Jelly going down. So now it is down to this guy right here, and I think we all know who he is if I remember seeing this name. Look at that, there goes Jelly. And so now we are down to the top 3 teams, and there he goes, his head popping up in that. Oh, that was crazy to see. And now we are down to the final 5 players. And we do have the Gods of War, Sadie coming up and in. Sadie versus Molina, and Sadie for the win. Gods of War coming in first with 14 total eliminations, 24 total points for this Miramar match. Resilience Esports coming in second with 13 total eliminations. And Region 8 coming in third with 8 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, and 19. Going all out, Gods of War, Sadie, 6 eliminations, 650 damage. Also the finisher. So we'll be jumping with Sadie when we come right back. Be right back. Northern side trying to come on into the zone. So let's head up over here. Now let's head on over to the Dark Alliance right here and see what's going on as they come right up and in onto Team 7 Nexus Alliance. Dark Alliance versus the Nexus Alliance. You can see them right here. The Dark Monkey trying to get out of this, the 556 ring, him and right on down on top of his head. Nexus Dark Alliance coming in as just a trio into this. So now let's check in on the last match. Top fragger that beautiful 1v4 over in East Rise in tonight's first match. Let's see what he can do against the Dark Alliance coming right up and in. We still have the fight. Woo, what a spray. We still have the fight between Region 8 down at that southern side of the zone also, as they are coming right up and through. So now let's go ahead and head on back on over here, because you can see that Region 8 is coming up and into almost there, down to just a solo now. 999, 999, punishing that rotation from Region 8. It is 999 versus Cloudy. So Cloudy trying to get those shots straight across on that hill glitch. So let's check in on Cloudy, as he's going to try to come on down to get his teammate picked back up. 999 spraying Cloudy down. Cloudy hopping out of that wobble vans, trying to get over to his teammate as 999 across the way, right through the wobble van windows. So there goes Region 8 out. So you were closer this time with the pronunciation, Green. I'm trying, Jilram. I am. Alright, so now let me go ahead and put that map screen back up there and give you guys an idea that we still have all this water in this. And just for fun, now in this fight, let me go ahead and fix that map stream trick. No, trick. Let's see, that's not trick. Let's go ahead and get that over there for you guys and see what's going on with Wing and Dark. So you can see that they are just driving right on past them. Wing trying to come right on through. We got Space Esports and the Dark Alliance right here in front of Just for Fun, as they are coming into that zone area. We did lose a little bit of water, but it is still about 30% water in this zone. You can see that on the map now. And Wang, oh, Wang, that is just a terrible feeling when you are tires up. So now we still have a fight right on over here between Equinox and the Nexus Alliance. I thought one of them from Nexus Alliance. And we've got a fight between the Fearless 4 and Space Esports as well. Space Esports does look like they are getting picked apart by several teams. We got Fearless 4 on Space Esports, and we had another team on top of them as well. So let's see, where is that going on? I was trying to click, guys, and I think that might be it for Space Esports. So let's go, let's check in on Equinox, because Equinox getting pulled up on by several teams from coming down from the north. So let's see. It looks like the Dark Alliance, we got almost there Academy and Nexus Alliance coming right up and in. Natural has that nade primed and ready, does get the nade up onto Season driving right into that. Winter, what are you doing from above as the rest of his team pushes right up and in? Winter trying to get some of those shots right on down. And Nova able to get one of those eliminations over onto it. But now we are still fighting. If you look up in the mini map up in the upper right, we are still fighting, trying to get into this edge. And our zone, once again, is just water. We just keep having water zones time after time. Let's check in on the Fearless 4 right on over here. How are you doing? He's got to try to get Drizzy picked back up. He should have time. He's got a minute 17 if he gets Drizzy into that vehicle and gets him into zone. He should be able to get this. So hello, Zoom. Hello, big fan Zoom. All I want to do is zoom. Oh, and he gets taken out by Dark Alliance. Dark Alliance Alliance from across that way. Wagon. He may be a solo, but he is a deadly solo coming right up and into zone on top of the Nexus Alliance with Just for Fun right in front of him. Just for Fun is in zone. I'm trying to see if I can get you guys some of these angles up into this hilltop. So there is the Silver Spurs coming in. Chosen. Oh, almost there. We're down to the top 6 teams. We still have the last match, Top Fragger, and I think he just went out to the zone. No, we still have 6 teams. He is just not showing up now. So now let's see what else is going on. Wang able to get a knock over. Hello everyone and welcome back to the NABS Winter Finals Week 2, and here are your scores. Let me go ahead and scroll that in just a little bit so you can see it a little better. Resilience with that winner chicken dinner is still in first place with 39 total points. Gods of War coming in with 24 in the winner chicken dinner, but Region 8 right above them with 27. So there are your scores. You can see that we are still loading on in. We haven't started yet, so we'll go ahead and keep these scores up here. And let me see what I missed. It looks like we are doing just fine. Alright, so let's go. Let's go on. Alright. So, like and subscribe. Thank you, Kizra. Thank you. Whew. The chaos. Looks like we got 5 matches, but as far as I know, we got 4 matches tonight. Let me find out. Let me check. I think it's 5, so we'll see. We'll see when they let me know for sure. And still checking on stuff. It looks like we're still haven't loaded into the match. We are missing Team 21. Team 21 are the ROW Sports. They come in, did they go out? I am not even sure at this point, because as you can see, RO Esports is not on our list, guys. So let's go ahead, because I just saw it getting ready to start. This time we're going to be jumping with Gods of War. CD, 6 eliminations, 650 damage. So let's go ahead and find Gods of War CD with that nice finish, that last match. GG's. Headed into Rondo, Kizra's favorite map. It is gorgeous, that's for sure. It just likes to scatter my brain. Not that my brain needs any help at all. So let me find Gods of War coming on in. And there's Sadie right on down there in slide 11. And let me find her over here. There we go. There we go. So now, match number 4. Let me see. They answer 5 on Sundays. There we go. 5 on Sundays. So we do have 3 more matches tonight. There you go. Hey Green, how you doing? Hello Casanova. Hello the lover. I saw you in the match. I saw you. It's my team. Gawar. Margiawa. I'll work on it. I'll work on it, Casanova. You know me. I'm not doing it on purpose. I just can't get my brain wrapped around some of these names tonight. I'm tired. I am stressed out. I'm sorry, guys. I get a lot of stress on my shoulders. I apologize that I cannot say Mugawara. Mugawara? Is it Mugawara? Am I close? Mugawara? I don't know. I'm sorry, lover. The lover. Alright, so let's see what's happening as all these teams are heading on out. We do have a couple of solos heading on over towards some of these recall centers, as we know. I like it. I like it. So let's see what's going on with Dan Ching, because Dan Ching has 3 teams that I can see now just from here. But look at the NABS factory. Oh, we are going to crash. We're going to crash so hard. We're still with Sadie headed straight on down. And you see up in the upper right-hand corner of the mini-map, all the teams coming right on down, right underneath. Look at that. We have teams for days over here. So it's going to be all out chaos. We're just going to stay here with Sadie for a minute and check on where the rest of them go down below. We do have a couple of teams headed all the way up and out, staying out of the chaos down here. We already have one from the Boy Wonder, Region 8, finding that solo player that's going to hurt the team quite a bit, because the other team members are over here for Crowns Esports. Crowns Esports has their player off, so now we're over here with Sins and Team 7 as well. So let's go. We ho over on, I guess. Alright, so we got a mess. We got a mess. We're gonna have to figure out plan B for some of these teams. Sadie's still running on through. Calicar going down. We might be able to get Calicar picked back up, but we still have all these teams right across the way. So let's see. We got Region 8 over here. We've got the finest over here. We have Team 13. Let me see. Team 13, The Chosen. We got Team 15, Eternal Esports, Nexus Alliance, and a Resilience over here as well. You can see that Resilience Esports is still getting those eliminations right here in the NABS factory. The NABS factory absolutely filled with players. And let's see what's going on from above. It still looks like C to me, so we're going to just stick with that at the moment. Team 5 across the way, the finest, over in the test track. And it looks like they are still in the fight. Sin Esports is in the fight with Crowns now. Sin International, guys. Alright. Ooh, don't stay there in one spot too long. Down and out that fast. Alright, what else is happening? So much chaos. Let's go down here for just a second. See what's happening with the Gujarat Lions. A little quieter over here with Almost There. Almost There. All 4 of them are still alive, but they are coming up and in onto the Gujarat Lions. The Gujarat Lions are just a duo, and you can see that the elimination feed is suddenly quiet, which is really unnatural for NA in Orlando, especially when we have 5 or 6 teams over here at the NABS factory. So, what is happening in the NABS factory, you ask? Well, let's go look. Let's go find out what is happening. Mugawara. Am I closer? Alright, so now look at this. Sadie coming up and in. Don't forget Sadie was the last man. Stop, Bragger. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And now it looks like Merritt's going to be able to get that res off. Bring the T-Mom back. Oop. And let's try to find somebody that's still standing over here. So now we got the Nexus Alliance Nova coming up and in. We still have several teams over here. The Finest are still over here. We still have Team 15, Eternal Esports, and Nexus Alliance. So they're still fighting over the NABS factory. Look at this Nova watching. Nova with that nade right on to Eternal right on the outside. Nova just watched him walk right on up those stairs and said, well, hello there. Alright, the Finest coming right up and in, right on through those barricades like it's nothing. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot that. There we go. Alright, so now let's see what else is happening. It did quiet down one more time. Where is my mouse? There we go. The mouse back on the screen. So let's see what's going on up here. It looks like we got more fights. Nova finding another nade. So now here we are over in Team 6, Marine Region. Oh, that rock right there in front of you. With, look at this, Marine Region and Casanova. Casanova, I found you. Mugaiwara. Am I closer? Casanova, the lava. There he is, right on top, trying to find the Marines right on down below. And let's see, they're just right here on this northeast side of the zone. The factory still in all sorts of chaos over here. Nova does get knocked and taken down and out after getting 4 eliminations over in the NABS factory. So let's see what's happening with almost there. Wiz right on down here. Wiz down to the north of the Infinity Reapers. I see 90 going down over here, and it does look like 90 gets taken out. I'm not sure if 90's going to be able to get picked back up. Let me yell at my dog. And now let's see what's happening, because we do have another team. Neon getting found right on over here, but Ninja is trying to cover for him. As here, Nahan is getting surrounded by almost there. Oh, finds the Ninja from behind. So now let's see what else is happening. We are starting to clear out some of these towns over here as they're all starting to come on in, but we still have the chaos over here at the NABS factory. And now we'll watch this for just a second. Let me check in on this map, see if we can zoom in anymore. I'll go ahead and put the map up, give you a better idea where all the teams are scattered. If you can find your team, good luck. I wish you the best of luck finding them, because they are not only spread out all over the place, but they are moving so fast I can't keep track of where they are. So even if I see them on the elimination feeds, I can't just click on over because they are over at the school the last time I knew. I can't do that here. The Gods of War coming up and in. Let's check in on Sadie. Looks like we got Team 7 straight across from them. I guess right on over here. Ooh, and we also have almost there coming up behind them on the other side. Let's check in on what is happening with these names is what I want to know. What kind of names are these? We a hoe coming right up and in, just coming out of that blue. And you guys already know how I feel about you guys riding these blue waves in, especially in Rondo, because that is a death sentence. Alright, so let's go over to the Chosen. the Chosen coming up on top of this hill, but they do have an, oh, look at that, Team 6 right on down below them. Marine Region, the seat swap going on off. Player 3, let's see what's going on, and he does get run over. He does get run over by the Gold Bay 1. So there it is with the run over. Alright, what else is happening? Let's go over to the center zone. We are in the EMP zone, so TBA is not going to be able to rotate out of here. So now let's see what's happening, as we do have teams going out around the other side of the EMP zone. It's Nexus Alliance that got really close over here. So let's check in on. It looks like Claw's gonna be able to get some of that movement out before the EMP zone pings one more time. And here we go in the EMP. So center zone for TBA, and we still have the chaos. We still have the absolute chaos going on over at the NABS factory. The NABS factory, it looks like there is still at least 3 teams over there. So let's go ahead and put that up there so you can see where our zone just popped. We are going all the way over to the western edge of the last zone. Claw's trying to catch them as they're rotating down and around, but I think Claus is about ready to find all sorts of teams on top of them. So one thing about the EMP zone is that other teams can't drive up and in onto you, but you can't rotate to chase after the teams that are out on the other side. So we are on the very eastern edge of this new zone, and it does look like TBA is going to go ahead and rotate over to a little bit on out of here. So it looks like Region 8 Jelly, Region 8 down to just Nish over here, or Nash 32 NSH, I'm not sure what this is, but Nahan driving right on through from the Infinity Reapers as they are headed on the other side of the NABS factory. And let's go. We still have several teams in this NABS factory. You guys need to get out of that NABS factory. Get the zone. And what is happening? Center zone. Look at this, Molina and Median. They're right on over here with 2 other teams. Ooh, came right up and in. I'm so sorry, Median. So now Team 17, which is the Nexus Alliance, are right over here with Resilience. Ooh, Molina down to 1 HP, trying to hold off Team 20, or Team Nexus Alliance over here with Team 11, the Gods of War. And now here also comes the Mugawara. Mugawara. I don't know. They're still trying to push up those stairs. They know that he is still right up over here. Or is he? Yes, he is. He's right on that outside. Let's see if we can figure out which one he is over here. In Winter getting ready to throw the nade right up and over. Pancake right on that edge. Pancake going out to the nade. And now Winter and Arthur's the last 2 still standing. And Molina running right through Winter's fray. Look at this, Molly. Oh, close that door just in time. So we do have more teams coming up and around, more teams listening. And now Winter trying to get out of the spray from Resilience. Resilience comes right up and in. Nexus Alliance still up to 3 players on this team. Oh! And Saz comes right up and in, and Cardi C. There goes the Resilience out to Nexus Alliance, but Nexus Alliance does have a couple more teams coming up and around. I see Team 11, the Gods of War, right on over there with the Chosen. The Chosen are right in front of them. And so now let's see what's going on with the Chosen. The Chosen are just down to a duo with the Nexus Alliance across from them and the Gods of War coming right up and around. And while we watch this for a second, let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. We're in stage 4, so most of these players are now out of the blue. We do have one player still way over in the blue by Joughton, west of Joughton. So let's see if they can get on into that zone. And let's see what's happening right on over here with Team 6 coming right up and in onto the finest. The finest right up on top, Sharon. Look at this. He's changing directions, trying to figure out where they are. And here they come right on down and in right between everybody. Let's check in on the bad fella. Ooh, sorry, bad fella. I'm sorry. So now let's see what's happening with Rick. Rick's still trying to come up and in for the finest. The finest still trying to get those. And there goes Nutty. I see you, Nutty. And they're gonna go ahead. Ooh. Let's have some cars coming right up and over on top of us. And it does look like the finest is headed over towards the Gods of War now. So let's check in on Sadie, the last match top fragger, watching them right up there by the Dragon's Teeth. Right there in front of you. So now let's go ahead and scroll on in a little bit more and see what's happening, because we've got a couple of teams right on over here in the temples. So now we do have, let's see, out in the blue, Region 8 coming right up and in onto Team 18, Eclipse the Saria. And, oh, Wonder Boy Wonder coming right up and in. Oh, he does. He gets knocked right on over here as he does get that knock onto Eternal Esports. But now 32 Nish is trapped between the duo. Look at this. Oh, we had a trio over here. Nish is still coming out. Gets that nade knock on over on top of him, and we do have one more. Oh! How many he's up to? He's up to 6 eliminations, and we got to see that from above. And now our zone going all the way up and over to be announced. Did you guys just go out? No, they just took out. It looked like the Infinity Reapers. So we got another fight right up and over here. Let me check in on what is happening over here. With to be announced. Here comes the Doritos from the sky coming on down on top of Salty. We are up to 8 eliminations for to be announced. We're down to the top 8 teams. We do have almost there right across the way from TBA. We also have the Chosen coming on in and the Nexus Alliance, but we've got 4 other teams way out in that blue, or outside of the play zone at least. So there you go. That gives you a better idea of what is happening. It does look like Salty is over here trying to get those angles onto almost there. And we do have Nexus Alliance coming up right behind. Look at this. Nexus Alliance is coming right up in here, right behind where to be announced is on top of this hill. Claws going up and around. I don't think he expected to see the vehicles right there in front of him. They were so close. Claws throwing those nades up and over. Just the Hail Marys. And Salty does get a knock over onto one of them from the Nexus Alliance. It was R27. Winter still trying to get some of those sprays down on the Claws. Claws gets knocked. And I do see other teams coming up behind Claws, because here comes Team 14. And now all these teams are right on the outside of zone. So let's go ahead and scroll on just a little bit more. And now we can no longer scroll into zone, but half of these teams are not in zone at this moment. They are still trying to rotate into zone along with Nexus Alliance that you can see right here, trying to get the fight right here with, oh, is that it for TBA clause? There they go, Salty going out. That is it for TBA. Who is the top fragger at the moment is Region 8 right on over here. And 32 and Nash. I'm not sure what to call these guys, but let's go. We're still coming up and around. We are still outside his zone. If you look up in his mini map, he still has players in front of him, between him and the zone. Wiz getting that knock from all the way across, and we're down to the top 2 teams now. Almost there versus the Nexus Alliance. So Nexus Alliance are all spread out. Almost there, are kind of back over here in this corner. So now let's see. I don't know if I can get all the players in. We do have six players, and I can only see 5 of them. Oh, there's 2 in that vehicle. So we got that off angle by Wiz all the way across on the other side. And now Nexus Alliance is coming out. They are also spreading out on this field in Rendo. So there goes 1 down, 4 almost there. Let's see if Wiz and Wolf, the last two against Winter. Winter down to 1 HP. Winter, Arc, and Nova. So we still have Wiz right over here next to Nova. Not too far away from Nova, actually. And it looks like Wolf may be able to get up and get it picked back up. So yeah, I think Wolf is going to get that res off, because Nova and Wiz over on this side are not in zone. They do need to get over here towards this area. This is the short end of zone, so these 2 do get that res off. So you've got nades coming out. You can see the terraforming. And now it does look like we're going to have to figure out how Wiz is going to get back over towards his team. Wiz still throwing nades. And the Doritos from the sky from Nexus Alliance coming in. So now let's check in on Nova. Nova was able to make that crazy rotation out and around. He still has the grenade launcher gun. And now Wiz on that push to come right up and in onto his teammates. And Arc goes down. So now we have a 3v2 over here. And we got Winter and Nova right on the other side of this ridge line. And so now we're down to just Winter. So Winter, the last one, still standing for the Nexus Alliance. And here we go. Ooh, we're down to just 1 HP. 1 HP for Wolf. It is a 1v1. Wow, what an ending to that. Nexus Alliance coming in first with 16 eliminations, 10 placement points, 26 total points for this one random match. Coming in second, we do have 11 eliminations for almost there. No, that's more than that, guys. 14 eliminations. I thought that was a 0. The Chosen coming in third with 7 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. And 19. Going all out. Region 8, 32 NSH, 8 eliminations, 1,215 damage. There is your fragger. Alright guys, I will be right back with the scores and match 4 of 5. I got confirmation we are going full 5 matches tonight. I will be right back. On 2, let's see what's going on. Wang with the 8 times K9. You know I love to see it. Green feels like I'm listening to an Eminem right now. Take a breath. I don't breathe. I don't breathe. Breathing is for the weak. Let's check in on Jerry right on over here. Jerry does have the rest of his team coming up and in. Jerry might have been out of gas. Looks like they're gonna come on over to this longhouse compound, but they are gonna be pushing right up and into the Chosen. We got the Chosen up onto the sill, but they also have to come in. It does look like we got a couple players from the Chosen anchored in zone. Let's see if I can figure out which one is the anchor as we're not clicking on through. Let's try this. There we go. Yeah, we're not getting there. Which one's in zone? I don't know, guys. I don't know. But let's see what's going on as the Silver Spur. Jur trying to get those shots right up onto player 2. Let's get on down to Jur as both of them come right up and in. And there he goes out to player 2. Player 2 coming right up and along that area. So we're down to the top 5 team. There is Nexus Alliance still in that water, just to the side, just to the east of Just for Fun. We do have the Chosen still taking over quite a bit of space in the zone. You can see that we got players up on the grid line. Chosen coming in. All these Chosen players just pushing up from that south with the rest of the teams over towards that north side. We have the Finest, Just for Fun, and the Nexus Alliance. And the Nexus Alliance, that is Winter, the last match top fragger right on down below. So in that water's edge. So let's get on over, see who is the top fragger at the moment. We got several with 2 eliminations. Wang still with that K9 and the AUG, and they are all now in zone. But here comes the Chosen pushing up from that south side as the zone is still crushing right on in. And now Winter from the Nexus Alliance does have to come up from that water's edge, and Wang may be right in his sight, but the Chosen coming right up and in. Chosen player 1 able to find him, and now look at this. He may go out to that water. Let's see what's happening up in this fight. Jack going down. Jerry is the last one still standing for Team 11. The Finest coming right up and in. Jerry trying to hold off the push by the Chosen coming in. We still have Nexus Alliance, the last match top fraggers, still coming up that edge. It looks like Jerry may be able to get that. Ooh, that res off. Bad fellas does not get picked up, and here they come. And so now it is just down to Winter. Winter coming right up and along this edge. So now let's see what's going on with player number 3. He is up to 6 eliminations as here they go, guys. It is Nexus Alliance Winter, the last match top fragger, the 1v4 over in that East Raz area. Oh, he doesn't give his position away. Oh, Dr. Chemist, happy holidays to you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so now we still have the Chosen versus Nexus Alliance. Nexus Alliance down to just a duo now. So, our Chosen down to a duo. Nexus Alliance throwing those nades up and over. Look at that. Nades coming in, raining down on them. And Winter just paying attention to where these nades are coming from. We are in stage 8 and the zone is still coming up and in. So now, can the last match top fragger, can he hold off the duo push from the Chosen? The Chosen player 3 up to 6 eliminations on this push coming up and around to the north side of him. Nexus Alliance Alliance trying to get it, and the Chosen coming in first with 10. Oh, he finds an M4. He's going to try to get those shots straight across, but he does get found by Team 8. Team 8 was down to just 1 HP and made in a pop potato playing for Soren. He's got that DP and the S12. He's trying to stay out of the spray because he does not have a helmet. He does not have a vest. He's got 3 HP to his name. Chosen player 1 does get knocked by NV first with the M7 over here, trying to get those angles right on down, clearing off the roof of the NABS factory. Our first match top fragger also getting an elimination over into the Woo! So now let's see what's going on. Let's head on over to our first match top fragger. It looks like he's just spraying across the street. Let's go over to the finest, find out what's happening right on over here. It does look like the... Hello everyone, and welcome back to match 3 of the NABS Winter Finals Week 2. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Resilience Esports with 44 total points, 1 winner and a chicken dinner. Region 8 Gaming, 2 points behind with 42 total points. Nexus Alliance, 32 with the winner chicken dinner. You can see that we are still loading in a couple teams missing, a couple players missing, a lot of players missing, but we are just about ready to start. I can't even see if that one has... Oh, it does. There it is. There it is. Let me go ahead and scroll that back on in there. There you go, guys. I wish I could get that a little bit more centered. I will figure that out eventually. Eventually, we could always do that too and get that a little lined up. There you go. That's a little better. So let's see... Oh, we got an extra minute on this, so that gives you guys some time to check out that map. There you go, or map. Scores. There we go. And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and have a little more water. There's still coming on in, as you can see on the iPad down in that lower right-hand corner. I'm going to drink some water and be right back. Alright guys, here we go, headed into match 4 of 5 for week 2 finals. So let's go. And this time we are going to be jumping with Region 8, 32 NSH, 8 eliminations, 1,215 damage. So let's go ahead and find Region 8, 32 NSH. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to say, but there you go. Let me put that map screen up there. And here we go. Match number 4, Miramar. Let's see if some of these teams end up going in the same spot, because here comes our flight path, our final Miramar flight path of today. We're going over just to the north of Via del Mar, so we are way to the south, going across the map over towards the Impala, the south side of Impala, going over the top of Chumacera and the northern edge of Los Leon. We know that there are about 2 or 3 teams that like Los Leon, so they're going to be pretty happy about this flight path. So let's see where everybody heads on in this time. Let me check on my map, because I already see a team headed to the north that is to be announced. They are already headed up, trying to find those vehicles along that far western edge up towards El Pozo. We do have another team off, Team 10. Team 10, which is, let me try this again, Casanova de Lava Mugaiwara. I hope I'm getting closer. Anyway, guys, I hope I'm getting closer. Looks like we got a team headed on down. It looks like Region 8 headed to Bartona. And we've got several teams headed up and over towards Picado. So let's switch on over to Picado and see what's going on here. We've got Resilience right here with Sin International. And I guess is already down on the ground. So looks like Saz is just going to go ahead and call the 5-stack home at the moment. So we're at the southern side, and we do have Sin that's still up in the air, headed towards the Picado Mountains. And alongside of Team 14, the Gujarat Lions, we do have the Chosen with Team 15 Eternal Esports down in Leones as well. And it looks like we lost Median. We also have 2 teams right down here in Puerto Paricio. The Gods of War are right on over here with the Finest. And I just saw one of them get knifed over here by Nexus Alliance, I believe. Let's see what's happening right here with Crowns Esports. Crowns Esports is over here with Team 6. Ooh, Team 6. Team 6 are the Marine Region, and I think Marine Region might be down to a solo player, and that was not it. So and the Marines are taken out. Every time I tried to click on over to one of the Marines, they are down. So now, ooh, what just happened there? What are you guys doing over here? So our last man, Stop Fragger, is getting picked back up over here as they blow up the vehicle. So maybe he was in that vehicle. Alright, let's go check in on the Gods of War. Sadie is down. Merritt is back up. Let's see what's going on with Galicar. We are over here with the Finest in Bartona. And I guess in the fight in Picado has now broken out. So now let's see what's happening with the rest of the map. Let me put that map back up there so you guys can see where our zone is clearly. We are going to that north. We do have a bit of the wall all the way up at the north side. So let's see what's going on with Gil right on down below. Gil is getting chased by 3 of them or 4 of them from the Finest. I do see at least 3 right down below, and they already know that the Gods of War are down a player. We got Rick over here on that off angle trying to pay attention, but we also have Sharon right over here also trying to ooh have a knife or a pan, and there you go, right on Galicar throwing his plunger at you. Alright, let's see, Galicar, what are you doing over here? So Galicar running around without a helmet and an almost dead level 1 vest. He's not exactly excited about pushing up onto that M249, and I can't say as I blame him. Our elimination feed, there we go. Let's go back over to Picado and find out what is happening with this fight between, oh, look at this. Cardi, see what is happening. We're down to just Melina. Melina gets taken out by, I guess, now Cardi C is the last one still standing over here in Picado against the trio, I believe I saw. No, all four of them are still standing for, I guess. So now, I'm not sure what Cardi C is going to do. It might be time to go ahead and head on out of Picado. And it does look like that's what his thought is as well. So he's going to go ahead and hang on out there. Let's go ahead and head back to another fight. I think the main fight is right down here, still in Puerto Aparicio. So let's check in on what is happening. We still have a 3v4 situation right on down here, but the Gods of War are still surrounded over here by the finest. You can see that Sharon still has that off angle. We still have a couple of them straight across from where Merritt is looking out that window. And let's check in on Calicar. Calicar still does not have any gear to his name, so that is what is happening over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that map screen back up. We are in the ooh. Calicar finds him on that balcony. So now let's see, can Calicar move on up? He does have quite a few angles right on down on top of him. I think he's still, Sharon is still up there. So the Chosen in a fight now with the ex-prisoners. I did see that on the elimination feed. Let's see, where are the Chosen and the ex-prisoners? Let's see, where did they go? The Chosen, oh, I see, they're over at the Abbey for the Chumasera Church. So let's head on over there, see what we can see. If there's a fight, let's see what is going on. Chosen's layer 2 off in that background. Let's see what's going on with Chosen 2 right on this ridge line. And we do have the ex-prisoners trying to push up and in right underneath them. That nade going right up and over. And Vaseline, I think Vaseline is trying to get that res off. He is, as player 2 comes right up and over into that 12 gauge shotgun. So now that was a tough push for the Chosen. The Chosen going out to the ex-prisoners, all 4 of them back up onto their feet. And they do need to get on into the zone, so let's see what's happening. We still have this fight way outside of zone as well. Almost there, coming up and around this truck stop, not too far away from Team 18, the Eclipsaria. So let's see what else. What else can I tell you? And it does look like Cardi C does get found over in Picado. There we go. Picado. I can say these words eventually, just not tonight. I'm beginning to believe. Alright, we still have teams down in Patona coming right up and in, but I want to show you that there's nobody on that north side. So I'm just going to kind of put it that way so that you guys can see where the zone is going. And we are centering around San Martin. So most of these teams are right around this ridge. But we've got a lot of teams over on this eastern side. You can see all the way from Camp Militar, all the way down the east coast. We still have Region 8 coming out of Partona, right behind the ex-prisoners. We still have the Eternal Esports in. Ooh, let's see what's going on here. Let me check in on Vaseline. Oh, we are on Vaseline. Vaseline is coming right up and in onto Picado. I thought he was going to head into Picado, but it looks like they're going to the street, or going to the farm just to the. Oh, Oh, Vaseline, that is tough. So hopefully his gun's sticking out underneath. It's gitchy goo. Alright, let's see what else is happening. Let's go on up over here to the Gujarat Lions and see what's happening, because I do see the Gujarat Lions up here on Cell Tower Hill right here with Team 10. Team 10, the Mugawara. I hope I'm close, Casanova. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Alright, so let's see. The ex-prisoners looks like they might be getting set up and around Bigado to try to get, I guess, coming out of Bigado. It does look like the finest and the gods of war have separated out and have gone their own directions. And goodbye, map. That was nice. It just kind of clicked right on off. Amundo. Oh, Rennie Mitch with the $5 gift. Oh, the super chat. Thank you, Rennie Mitch. Thank you so much. Thank you. W in my chat. Come on, guys. Thank you so much, Rennie Mitch. Thank you. Alright. I appreciate you so much, Rennie Mitch. Alright, so let's see. What am I missing now? We still have the Gujarat Lions up here on top of Cell Tower Hill. Our elimination feed, very quiet. Let me go ahead and put that map up there. We've got just about everybody from the south into that, back up into the zone. Let's check in on Eternal right on over here. Eternal does not seem to be too far away from Crowns. Let's see what's going on with Crowns right over here, coming right up and in, trying to get those shots. Ooh! Amders was down to 1 HP, but he does get that, knock, and the rest of Crowns still coming up and in. So for my YouTube chat, here is Crowns in this fight against Eternal Esports. I do see one player from Eternals up on that rooftop, and I think at least one trying to get a res off in the church itself. We are down to just Wicked being knocked for Eternal over here, but let's go back over to Crowns. Crowns, I only see a duo now as Rax is coming up and in. Rax is in the church, getting ready to throw that nade right up and in onto. Look at this axe coming right on in. And oh, what a perfectly cooked nade. Rennie Mitch with another super chat. Thank you, Rennie Mitch. Oh, Rennie Mitch, thank you. W, come on, guys. W in the chat for Rennie Mitch. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats. I truly appreciate you. Alright, so we still have Crowns on our screen, guys. Let's check in on what is happening with T over here. Rennie Mitch, is there a team you want to check in on? Let me... A third super chat! Rennie Mitch, thank you! Three super chats! W, Rennie Mitch, thank you! And now we're down to just Crowns T. He is the last one still standing against the Rennie Mitch with another super chat. And T coming out and around. There it is. Crowns finishing off Eternal Esports. The Crowns is up to 8 eliminations, but T getting 3 of those is now down to just a solo Rennie Mitch. Thank you, Rennie Mitch, for the 4th super chat. Rennie Mitch on fire. Thank you so much. Alright. Let me see. What am I missing? Because you've got me flustered. Rennie Mitch. Thank you. It does look like we've got a couple of teams that need to come on in. I guess is surrounded by Region 8. Team 7. They want to check in on Team 7, which are, I guess, and I was just looking at, I guess, right when you said that. Oh, and Chico, now Weaho is the last one still standing. He is trying to, GG's on making your YouTube goal. What's TBA doing? Oh, I hit my goal because of Rennie Mitch. Thank you. I will go over to TBA for sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rennie Mitch. Alright, let's go check in on TBA. Rennie Mitch filling out my goal tonight. Wants to see what is happening with TBA. They are up to 4 eliminations. They have this whole north side to themselves. If you look on the map, they don't have anyone. They are up towards that water treatment area. And the closest person, or closest team to them, is that northern farm of the Hacienda del Patron. All the rest of them have gone down to San Martin. We do have Region 8 that needs to come up and in, and we do have crowns coming out of that graveyard after that chaos. Rennie Mitch, thank you. Vaseline, one of the finest players on the ex-prisoners. Alright, so Rennie Mitch, is there anyone in TBA in particular that you'd like to check in on? Because we have such a gorgeous team up here. We've got Claus, Velik, Salty, and Blaze, and they are still in zone. So now let me go ahead and find the ex-prisoners. The ex-prisoners, where are they coming on in? Here they are, and let's see, which one was it that you wanted to check in on? Vaseline, there you go. Vaseline, trying to get those shots up the ridgeline onto Sin International. Vaseline from the ex-prisoners are down here in San Martin. So I cannot believe Rennie Mitch. Thank you, Rennie Mitch. Alright, let me scroll on in just a little more. And there you go. So let's see. JBH. What is JBH, Murda? What is JBH? I'm not sure what JBH is. Alright, so just be happy. Thank you, Murta. JBH, just be happy. Alright, so let me check in on what is happening down here with Region 8, because Region 8 is coming right up and in onto Team 16. Sin International. Sin International was up here on Radio Tower Hill. Look at this, trying to come in the cross. Does get the shot off on that C-swap. Is coming right up and in. Let's see, who was that? It was Migsy Boy taking on out. So now let's see. Vaseline. What did that just say? What did I say? Lucky me. Let's see how you doing over here. And lucky me, trying to pay attention to Region 8 as they are coming up and over the top of it. Oh! And he does get found. And so now, Boomba, the last one still standing for Sin International, headed on down into the barns of San Martin. He does have Region 8 right to the north of him. So now let's go. And our zone is still getting smaller. We do have TBA coming in from that north side still. They are still pretty much the only team up there, but we do have a couple of teams not too far away from them, so I assume TBA can see those teams that are over here by the Hacienda right on over here. So let's check in on that, see what's happening. This is the Infinity Reapers paying attention to TBA. Ooh! Salty, I think Nan had just seen you just a second before before you got those shots right on over onto him. Let's see what Salty is doing. Salty doesn't miss many of those shots either. Like I said, TBA, gorgeous, gorgeous team. And now the Infinity Reapers, Jack Lord! Jack Lord is in this, and he is in a fight with the finest. And I think that is it for the finest, going out to the Infinity Reapers. Let's see what's going on with the rest of this map. Let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more and see where the Infinity Reapers are coming on in there. Right here, they were right next to where Claus is watching. So Claus right on top of this, paying attention to the Infinity Reapers. And our zone's getting ready to collapse. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. We have all the teams inside the zone. So let me show you where our next zone has gone. We're still going down to San Martin. So we're going to have an urban finish on this finals of week 2. And now Claus getting a little bit hung up on the map, but let's get on in. Hello, Jack Lord, I see you. Hello, Nettie, coming right in and across. So, Rennie Mitch, you still have not told me which of TBA you would like to pay attention to. I am still so thankful for your super chats, filling up my goal tonight. I am just so thankful. Alright, the ex-prisoners in a fight with Salty. So let me get on over there for Rennie Mitch. Let's see if I can get on over there fast enough. TBA in that fight. And Salty with the fight over in the bricks. They're right here with the ex-prisoners. So the ex-prisoners, let me check in on Vaseline right across the way. So here you go. The two teams that were called out just the last few minutes in my chat. TBA versus the ex-prisoners. Vaseline, one of the finest players of XP, and they are right across from Nexus Alliance as well. TBA Blaze finding the Gujarat Lions. So let's see, where is Blaze? Let me find TBA Blaze. Let's see, where are you? Looks like we still have the fight going on over here in these bricks. The Gujarat Lions right upstairs. Do we have any more Gujarat Lions? It looks like Toos is over here, but he's in a different building. So that is how he was able to survive the push by TBA. So we're still coming right up and in. Look at this though. He is not feeling all that secure over here, guys, and I don't feel that secure for him either. Boomba is still over here under Region 8 is our zone, still pushing right on in. Look at Boomba, he is in the zone. Now let's get on over to the Infinity Reapers right across from Region 8. Looking up the hill, look at Rags. He's got all of Region 8 right up along that ridge line. And let's go ahead and get some sky view of TBA, what they have to go through to get to zone, because zone is 50-50. Look at TBA moving right in across underneath the ex-prisoners, so you can see that. We got the Nexus Alliance not too far away. Infinity Reapers, Gods of War, almost there. The Region 8 are coming on down and in. And Sin International Boomba is getting pulled up on now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this iPad up on the live stream. There you guys go. It is absolute chaos down here in San Martin. Reporting live from San Martin. As you can hear, it is all out chaos as teams and players are moving from building to building, only to find the building in front and the building behind them are all already occupied. To stand still is to find yourself a crate. So now we are down to the final 16 players and 8 teams. So averaging 2 players between each team. So let's go. Let's see what's going on. We still have almost there. We still have Team 11. Team 11, the gods of war. Region 8 across the street. And the street is still right in the middle of zone. When is the street not the center of zone in PUBG Mobile? So now look at TBA trying to push up and in from that backside. So let me go ahead and put that iPad up there. You can see that TBA are coming in from that north side still. TBA coming in from the north seems to be the whole theme of tonight for TBA in this match. So now let me get on over to TBA, see what's going on. Valak has been knocked, but ooh, Valak has been knocked by a nade for the finish, and we are down to Blaze and Salty now. We still have 5 teams in this as they are still pushing up, and Region 8 is pushing north, TBA south. Let's head on over to the ex-prisoners. The ex-prisoners are just on this edge, and we got almost there. Wiz throwing out the smokes, trying to get in and across, and look at this. We still have a Region 8 Boy Wonder trying to come in and across. Our last match top fragger right on the outside of TBA. He just finished off TBA, so now we are down to almost there. Region 8 and the ex-prisoners. The ex-prisoners do have one knock as Region 8 are pushing right up and in. Let's go to the last match, top fragger. If I can click on him, there we go. He's right over here in this molly in the field of lava. And now we are down to the final 3 teams. We do have Region 8 right on over here. Look at this. He's trying to rotate, and he's able to rotate away from the ex-prisoners. But look at almost there, Wiz. Wiz is also coming up and in. Can you guys see how close these teams are? But now there are wide open spaces between them. We still have a duo from the ex-prisoners still pushing up and in. We have Quiet and Secret. We got something going on with the prisoners. And let's see, can he connect with that nade right on out? It's a little undercooked, just a little raw on the edges. And what are you gonna do now, Nish? As we also have Will. Oh, that nade right up and in. So now Wiz, I think, might have been the one that got that nade right up and over. And so now it is just down to the duo over here for the ex-prisoners coming right up and in. You can see Wiz on your main screen and the ex-prisoners coming up and around, and it does look like Secret's gonna come up. The ex-prisoners coming in first with 10 eliminations, 10 placement, 20 total points for the ex-prisoners for this Miramar match. Almost there, coming in second with 6 eliminations, all 6 performed by Wiz. Region 8 coming in third with 11 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, going all out. Almost there with 6 eliminations, 574 damage on that final 1v2. Almost. Alright. be right back for tonight's final match. I will have the live scores. Be right back. Please hit the like. I'm gonna go ahead, and I did see TLC. He was also getting some of those eliminations. It's up to 2 eliminations right on this side. Good night, Roxy. I'll continue watching later, Green. I will sleep now. Sweet dreams, Roxy. I'll see you all later. Alright, so Soren Collet, the last one over here, I believe, for Soren. Ooh! Came right up into that S12K. So now we're going to be able to get him picked back up. Let's get back on over to the rest of that map, though. And let me put that map screen up while we jump on through. Try to find out what is going on in the NABS factory, because we do have almost there, coming right up and in onto the NABS factory as well. Hello, CLO. So now we still cannot get over to that NABS factory with as many teams as going on out right on over here. So Team Control Star coming up onto almost there, getting a knock over onto the Silver Spurs. So now, ooh, she not going down. Oh, look at this spray. Oh, 66666 getting that. So Star coming up through with the Abacan. Can he get back in? Oh, he's gonna go ahead and head on out. Maybe get the rest of his team, get them picked back up. Let's see what's going on with R8 right on down over here. R8 still right here with the finest, and we also have, I think that is Team 9 Space Esports also over here at the NABS factory. Not exactly the greatest amount of loot in this NABS factory with as many teams that came on down and in. Let me go ahead and get back into this match. So let's see what's happening. It looks like we are all just trying to heal on back up, and look at this. Truth Pack up to 4 eliminations. They're still pushing up and around him. He's got that S12K, and he's also got the AUG. Gonna try to throw those nades up onto the finest, up on top of that roof, holding down the recall center over here at the NABS factory. We did lose one of them from R8, but I think they're still trying to get those angles right on through. Let's see what else is going on the rest of the map. It looks like this is the main event at the moment, so we'll go ahead and stay here. Oh, we do have a fight with almost there over here. Did I already lose it? It was Luxury for the Fearless 4. And it looks like the rest of the Fearless 4 are gone. And we also was checking out what's going on over here. It did look like Always on Top was getting chased. Let me check in on Kind. Hello, Kind. Big fan. Alright, so it looks like they're going to be able to make it into this southern side of the map, headed up towards that western side, over towards the stadium. And look at this, we've got now the EMP zone over here at the NABS factory with all these teams right in here. So let's see what else is happening. We still have 3 teams right on top of each other. We still have the finest up on top of the roof as well. But, Sharon, look at this. Sharon trying to get Space Esports Leo to pop his head up. And Leo did. Leo popped his head up. And Leo now... Oh, Leo doesn't even have a helmet. Look at this. Oh, Leo down to 1 HP. No helmet on that. But, oh, so much for that. Let's go over and check in on Jat. See what Jat is doing. Jat's trying to hold off the push by Team 16 coming up those stairs. Region 8 right in front of him. He's got those nades primed and ready, trying to cook them all up. And look at this. Dark Alliance wagon trying to come up and in, trying to get there, trying to get some of those angles right where we just saw Space Esports Leo. And Wagon taking those shots straight across, but now Wagon's getting sprayed at from several directions because we have people on the different angles. So now let's get back on over. Jet has been knocked. We're down to just the bad fella. The bad fella headed on over towards that recall center. So now let's get back over to Region 8 on the NABS factory. We still have 4 teams now over here. We've got the Dark Alliance, Region 8, Space Esports, and we've got Always on Top coming in. Hello, Kind. I see you, Kind. Let's get back over to the NABS factory, though. So, let's see. They are still right underneath each. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are still waiting on those scores. Here they come right when I said that. Let me get them for you hot off the press. Are you ready to see these scores? Let me scroll on up. Region 8 Gaming taking over first place with 58 total points. Most of the points are eliminations. Look at that. No winner chicken dinner. Resilience Esports coming in second with a winner chicken dinner. 45 to be announced at 41 total points. We still have a lot of teams to load on in. So I'm going to go ahead and just drink a little more water while you guys drink in the scores. So we are still waiting for them to load on in. Just about most of these teams are here. We got a lot of missing teams, guys, but we are headed into tonight's final match. It will be Erangel. And let me see. I don't see any extra minutes being asked for at the moment. So we should be starting, even though we only have 58 players in here. But as you guys know, Erangel at the end of the night, and it looks like we're going to start. They're starting. They're done waiting for the players, apparently. So here we go, guys. Headed into tonight's final match. This time we are going to be jumping with, almost there with 6 eliminations, 574 damage. So let's get into this match and see what is gonna finish off tonight. Almost there, Wiz. I gotta shout out Rennie Mitch one more time tonight, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing holiday, an amazing New Year, Rennie Mitch. I truly appreciate you. Alright, there we go. All set up for tonight's final match of the NABS Winter Finals Week number 2. This is the second week of the NABS, so let's see what's going to happen. I believe I will have final scores at the end of tonight as well. They haven't answered that, but it looks like the score sheets are working. And here we go. We're coming in from just north of Primorsk at that very southwest edge, going all the way to the northeast. We're going all the way over to just south of Kameshki, going over the top of Pori, Pochinki, school apartments area, over Yasnaya. A lot of hot places to jump, and it does look like almost there is headed along that California coastline. So let's see, we do have another team that's coming that's jumped at the same time, and they're the Gods of War going down to Primorsk. I see a lot of Pachinki in our future, guys. I feel like the plane is going to be jumping into Pachinki. What do you guys think? I see the ex-prisoners. Let's get over onto them. They're headed down to that southern side. No, they're going to continue on. We do have Nexus Alliance right over here. Really close to it's Team 5, the finest. I was trying to figure out where the finest. Ooh, already got a knock. Let me check in on Ark. Ark with his knife was able to get a knock onto the finest, and now here they're trying to come up and around. Nexus Alliance still trying to figure out where the finest are, and he is just getting out of there. Monster! I saw a monster in there somewhere, and I think Ark is having problems trying to figure out, oh, is he out there? Nexus Alliance just right here on the edge of the finest just now down to a trio. So let's see, let's check in on the Thunder watching his Ark taking those shots onto the truck with a pistol. So now let's get over to Badfella, see what's happening over here. I hear a lot of sticky bombs going off, and now we do have some more fights. Ooh, that one hurt a little bit. The Chosen in a fight. It looked like it said the Chosen versus the Chosen. I hope that's not the case over here, but bad fella. Now back up into health, and we are going down to Military Base Island. Oh, those nades coming up and over. So now we are just down to Jet trying to hold them off. The Nexus Alliance all coming up and around. The finest down to just a solo as they are coming. Ooh, that was a cheeky peek from Nova. Nova trying to get that. Near they come right up and into Jet with the pistol. Winter. Oh, it was the explosive bow. That's what we were hearing. Alright, so these teams do have to come on down and into military base. So let's get on over and see what's happening with the Chosen. The Chosen over here. And we do have, I guess, over here with crowns and the Gasanova with the Mugwai Wara. So the Chosen trying to come up and the Chosen down to just player 4. And the Chosen taken out by the Mugwai Wara. And now, I guess, coming right up and in We the hoe right on over here. So now let me see what else is happening. We do have yeah. So we do have over in the school proper Eternal Esports. They are trying to get some of those third parties, and I hear something going on from across the way. It looks like we also have a fight up with Region 8 and Sin International just on the other side of East Ross to the north of that. And we got a lot of rotations already starting to come on down, and in Resilience already down on Military Base Island. The first team to actually get on out and over. Let's see what's happening over here with Region 8 and Sin International. Let's see what's going on. Sin International, lucky me, trying to get that angle off, and now, and ooh, oh, and he gets taken down. I think we're down to just Boy Wonder. The last one's still standing. Ooh, Sin International taken out. Region 8. They were down to Boom Bud, who was half health, and the rest of the team are they are all going to be able to get picked back up. There's nobody to the north of them. They do have to be announced all the way over in that North Rise area. So let's see what else is happening down on that East Bridge, because the East Ridge is piling right on up. Mugwai Wara trying to get those nades right on down on top. So they do. Let's head on down while we have a chance and check in on what is happening on Resilience, trying to gatekeep the ex-prisoners from coming in and across. You can see Molina right here getting some shots right on down. And while we watch that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and just come on back on over here and see what's happening. We do have the teams pulling into. Oh, look at the Mali's, I guess, right on down below. And it looks like we're going to come down. We're going to go ahead and throw those nades right on down. Ooh, another one goes down. So now, look at this. We're down to just a solo, and he's trying to get the shots, and he does get one of them knocked. And now he's on that push. Is he going to go ahead and get his teammates picked back up? They're going to reset over at the school apartments. We got Resilience headed up towards the, oh, I see. He's taking the shots up onto the loot truck. His loot truck is coming down off the observatory. So we still have all this chaos over here, because not only do we have the ex-prisoners trying to get on in, but the ex-prisoners have the Infinity Reapers coming up right behind them. So let's see what else is happening over here. I guess is back up to a trio, and we still have the Mugwai Wara. They are just a duo, and they are still set up for this push for them to come up the stairs. So there's some band-aids for you. I have some band-aids. Alright, and we are still coming on in. Oh, and we got the fights going off at the West Bridge now. So let's head over to the West Bridge, find out what's happening, because both of these bridges are just getting clogged with teams. So almost there, coming up onto the Gods of War. Oh, Merritt, they can see you right at the top. So Merritt just barely, able to get that heal off, and he is taken down and out. So now the Gods of War down to just Gil, trying to get across this bridge. Now he should be able to get on into zone, but he does have Almost There coming up behind him. And to be announced, Blaze is now coming right up and in onto, if we'd ever catch up to it, the Nexus Alliance. And we're spinning right on out in the middle of the field. And we still have all this chaos over at the school apartments and over at the East Bridge. So we still have this chaos every direction. Let's see if we can get on in and find out. Oh, I guess just got taken out by the duo. Look at that, the duo from the Mugiwara. They are up to 6 eliminations, so there you go. We still have the team, and it looks like maybe a couple of them from Eternal Esports they are getting into position. So the Mugiwara Team 10, the Alliance, they are going to have some issues trying to get out of this school apartment, because over on the other side, that Western Edge apartment, they do have Wicked up on that ridgeline as well. So that's what is happening over at the school apartments. While we have half a second, let me go ahead and put that map up there, show you what is happening. Let me scroll it on down a little bit, center it on that, and we got the fight going over on the East Bridge now. Let's get on over here and find out what's happening. Let's see what's happening with the ex-prisoners. I just saw one of them get knocked Vaseline. Vasolina. What is that song? Gasolina? Yeah, I am just bound and determined to try to get copyrighted tonight. So we do have 3 teams right on top of each other. We have the Infinity Reapers over here with Sin International and the ex-prisoners. All 4 of them from the ex-prisoners are back up onto their feet. And let's see, secret going on down and out. Let me check in on Quiet. Quiet driving right up in Ooh, we are in a smoking hovercraft, but the hovercraft is still driving along. And I think he may be able to get on over here and hopefully find that welding gun. Maybe get that back up and into at least one piece. Ish. We are already down to the final 8 teams. We still have TBA that needs to come across, and look at this, all almost there, taking over that West Bridge, and the East Bridge is absolute chaos. We have Nexus Alliance, the ex-prisoners, we have Sin International, and Resilience. So I don't know how teams like TBA coming in a little late, and we also have coming in from the school Eternal Esports coming on down and in. They're gonna end up right in the lap of TBA, because TBA is on the collision course with them, and there is Nexus Alliance right in front of them. So we do have a lot of chaos left to go. We are down to the final 8 teams, and we are still headed down to a military base, most likely. Oh, Sin International still getting some eliminations over here. They are down to just a solo, but Drip is up to 4 eliminations. Is he the only one over here? He is the only one over here. Ex-prisoners headed down to Novo. We got TBA coming up and around. Let me go ahead and put that screen up there so that you guys can see the chaos that is still happening over here. I think Blaze is about ready to run into the fight that's going to be happening over at the Shark Fin between the Nexus Alliance and Eternal Esports, because Eternal Esports is also right on over here. Nexus Alliance taking those shots over at TBA, and look at this now. Eternal also trying to get those shots across. So let's get back onto this. There goes Claus coming up right across. So now Claus on that north side with Salty from Eternal, while Eternal is paying attention to the Nexus Alliance. I feel like Eternal Esports may be having some issues over in the squad house. And look at this, Act trying to get those shots. Act down to about 5 HP. Claus across the way, taking those shots right on over onto Eternal Esports. And now here comes the push right up and in. Shadow coming right on through, trying to get those shots in. Boom! TBA finishing off Eternal Esports like it was butter. Look at that map. We did shift to the north. Look at this. So, Center Zone, Resilience Esports, almost there. Going to be able to come to that north and wrap around. Ex-prisoners headed back up into that Milta area. And we still have Cardi C right down on the observatory. But most of the chaos is happening between TBA and Nexus Alliance. So let's see what Claus is doing now. Oh, Claus is coming right up and in, trying to figure out where all these teams have moved on in. Let's go ahead and get off that map screen and back into the action. As you can see in the mini map upper right hand corner, we have teams for days. Claus is down to 5 HP. Claus is feeling himself. He is in the mummy suit with a rainbow backpack, guys. So now let's go. Let's see what else is happening right across, because we do have resilience coming in from that south side, and we also have the ex-prisoners coming in from that Milta side. Vaseline, not too far away from Sin International. And look at this, he's up to 5 eliminations. I think he was at 4 the last time we checked in on him. This solo still out getting eliminations, and almost there. Wiz, our top fragger of that last match, is still way over on the military base. So I'm not sure what that play is going to be, but let's check in on what is happening as Resilience is now pushing right up along this ridgeline. We are down to the top 6 teams, and we are still only in stage 3. And so now look at this. Molina keeping an eye right on Madian's back. Madian over here trying to get those angles down onto TBA. And Madian trying to stay out of the spray from the ex-prisoners coming in across. So now Molina trying to figure out where TBA has moved on, because TBA did move over towards that east, and we still have the ex-prisoners up. Ooh, Claus gets knocked by over here. Oh, that's the wrong way to go. The Claus got knocked over by Nexus Alliance on that other side, and almost there is also coming up onto this chaos over here at the shark fin, and I cannot click on the shark fin. And now we are still centering around. That east bridge. Ooh, the Nexus Alliance finishing off TBA, and now almost there. Knows who's over in the shark fin, and we're down to the top 5 teams. And I think Sin International Drip right on this edge is getting pulled up on by all of them from the ex-prisoners. Now let me go ahead and scroll that on in, and he is still trying to hold off the pushes they're coming on in. It is a 1v4 over here. Vaseline right there. He's going to throw the nades up and in. Drip throwing the nade on down. And ooh, who found you? It was Vaseline, as someone shouted out in my chat. He is one of the finest players of XP. So there you go. Let me check in on what's happening on over here. Mundo, there was your Vaseline. So now let's see what's happening, because I do see that we got another fight between almost there. And I think it is Resilience over here. Saz is going to get picked back up. Cardi C still on top of the bridge. And look at this. Not a lot he can see from this angle, but he can see the whole wide world. Winter, he can see you coming up right underneath them. So let's go ahead and get on over, see what kind of view Cardi C actually has. I think he can see Winter from the top of that. Yeah, I think he's going to find Winter right on his back. So now let's see. What is he going to do? Let me go ahead and go back to his view. You should be able to have those eyes down onto Winter because he watched Winter drive right up and in. Winter does have this angle, but he also has the rat at the top of the bridge. So we're down to the top 4 teams, and we are only in stage 4. We are in stage 4 of this match with only 4 teams to go. So now let's see what's going to happen over here. We do have Nexus Alliance right across from the Resilience. So they're coming in right across the street from each other. And we also still have Sin Internet. Oh, no, almost there. But our zone pops all the way back over to Milta. We are going to the ex-prisoners. So can the ex-prisoners hold off the push by the final 3 teams coming at them? So let me go ahead and get over to the ex-prisoners and give you a sky view of what they see coming on in. Almost there. Resilience all pushing right on in, and we should have another team coming right up and in on top of them, which are Nexus Alliance coming in from that far west. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it right about there. Here comes Nexus Alliance right along that ridgeline. I think you guys have a pretty good idea now where everyone is. I'm gonna go ahead and put that map stream right on up there. So there you go. Let's go back on over. Let's check in on what Quiet can see from the top of this building as Resilience is pulling right up onto him. Right on that cliffside is Resilience. But look at this. We do have the ex-prisoners there covering each other from these different angles. But look at this. Nexus Alliance is pulling right up and in onto almost there. Let's get on over and see this push onto almost there. Almost there. Where are you guys over here? Wiz, our last match top fragger does go down. And so now we are down to Wolf and 999 throwing all those nades right up and over. Nexus Alliance is going down in health, but none of them are really getting a whole lot of eliminate or of knocks. Those nades for days. And let's see what's happening over here as the ex-prisoners are keeping an eye on Resilience. Resilience is trying to get over towards the third party of almost there and Nexus Alliance. So Nexus Alliance still in this farm, still let's see where, the zone pops, and now all of that zone that you can see, Resilience Esports from the north to the south, that is the zone right over on that edge. So let's get over to Resilience. Come on up to show you what this zone looks like. The ex-prisoners are going to come down and around. You can see Vaseline already trying to get into that position. But the Resilience, the players have all the angles. That is your zone right here. All 4 of them are on the zone edge. The other players all do have to come right up and in. So I'm just going to leave this one down here right on top of that because that is your zone. And you can watch how these players figure out the angles of how to get on in. Coming down and through, and so now let's see what's going on over here. So 999 down to about 1 HP trying to get on out of that. Oh, and he gets found by Molina. So now Wolf is the last one still standing for almost there. He does have to push on in there, and ooh, the nade. That nade came right up and over, right on top of him as Molina came right up and over to try to get the the last of them. And now the ex-prisoners are trying to push their way in. Let me get over onto Vaseline. I'm so sorry, Vaseline. So Simmer trying to get those knocks. Simmer with that 1v1. And now Cardi C, we're down to the last 2 teams. Let's see what's going on over here. Simmer is the last one still standing. Here they come. And I think that is, I'm on the wrong player. I think it is Saz right on this backside. Saz is getting that res off. And he gets the res off. Now Simmer right on over here with Simmer. Oh, Simmer with that knock, but all the way across from that ridge line. Let's go back to this screen. Resilience coming in first with 11 eliminations, 10 placement points, 21 total points for this final Erangel match tonight. The ex-prisoners coming in second with an elimination and almost there, coming in third with 7 eliminations. G top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15. Going all out. Sin International Drip over there at that Milta area, just plucking up the elims. 5 eliminations, 665 damage. All right, I will be right back with tonight's final scores. Be right back. So their Wagon's still on top of this. So Wagon has moved on over. Let's go ahead and put that map stream back up. And you can see that our zone has really closed up. Let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit and over. So you guys can check in on where your teams are. Because we still have 15 teams in here. We've only lost 1 team. 1 team out in this rondo match, and now we've got the fight going on to that southern side between Just for Fun and Equinox. Let's check in on Equinox. Let me check in on Rosemary, because Rosemary was called out in my YouTube chat. Master trying to get those shots right on down into the Just for Fun coming right up and in. And so now Siphon will be able to get his teammates picked back up way out of blue zone though. So Just for Fun winning that. And we still have the fights. Let's go all the way over to the Fearless Four. The Fearless Four right here on top of the Golden Fire. Oh, so the Golden Fire does get their teammates back in. Look, they are jumping on in. TK trying to get out of the spray from the different directions. The Fearless Four coming right up behind him as he is taking the Fearless Four back to his squad. Ooh, not into the tree, TK. Fearless Four right up on that ridge line. So now let's go ahead and throw that up there so you guys can check in on how he holds this push off. We still have a couple teams outside of the blue. Let me get off of him for just a minute. And the tire squish by Luxury. Let's see Slaughter watching the slaughter happen right on down below. Let me see what's going on with the Fearless Four. The Fearless Four, all 4 of them are coming up there just on this edge of blue, coming on in. And now Just for Fun into this fight right down below. So let's see what they are doing now as they are coming into that Neox Factory test track area right on top of always on top. Go back over to Kind, checking on what's going on with him. We got a Colt 24K, up to 3 eliminations over here for always on top. And you can see that they're on top of Space Esports. And we still have Dark Alliance right on over here as well. We still have quite a spread on our map as well. We still have several teams outside in the blue. We've got the Golden Fire, Equinox, Team Control Star, and Region 8. They are all spread all over this map from the east, south, and west. No one coming in from that northern area. So now let me go ahead and put that map stream up there so you guys can get an idea where they're all coming in. But it does look like they are mostly coming into this area. You can see on the map that we've got a lot of clusters of teams coming in from this very eastern edge by the NABS factory. Let's check in on Chosen Player 3, our last match top fragger, coming right up and in underneath. We got Knox right there on top of that 5 stack. Let's see, can Chosen Player 3, can they get up to the top floor, get Knox taken out of the ATC, I can never remember, Air Traffic Control Center or whatever. Alright, so let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. I think we have a little more. Knox holding them off as they're coming right up and in. Knox is able to get 2 of the Knox, but now Knox is still right up there. There goes Knox. Knox taken out by player number 4. As number 4 is going to be able to pick up the other of his teammates. So now let's get on over to, let's see, let me go ahead and put that map stream back up there, give you guys an idea where everybody's coming in. Let's get on over to almost there. You can see right behind, almost there, the Fearless 4 coming right up behind him. Luxury getting the track killer, getting them down to about 30% health. So now let's see what is going on over here as Manu trying to get those angles up and maybe able to get Hawa picked back up as we got almost there. The Academy team straight across. The Academy team coming down and around. Let's see what's going on. We still, whoops, that's not who I meant to click on. Let's go on over. Let's try this one. And we did lose track risk, but we got tracks 3 and 7. What? Alright guys, let me go ahead and scroll on in because now we are really starting to crush in onto the western side of the test track. We've got all this wide open space and now Soren getting pushed up on by 2 different teams, 2 different directions. Let's check out what is happening as Corley and the rest of them envy first. Let's see. MBC and Trippy coming right on down there. Woo! And Trippy flicking over onto NV, and now we do have Collet and can knock right on over here, trying to hold off the push as they're coming down off that edge. Trippy with those crazy flicks right on in onto Soren, and here they come right up and around. Cannot be able to get this. Hello everyone and welcome back. We did have a little bit of issues with the score, so let me try to get this right up and in for you. Let me see if I can move this up. Let's see, move this on down. Get you a little closer. We were trying to get them to you, so let's go ahead and scroll on down a little bit. The pretty results will be over at the Region 8 Discord server, but here you go. Region 8 Gaming coming in first with 58 total points. Resilience at... Oh, we're missing the final scores. Where are they? Oh, they're over on the other side. I'm like, this does not sound right. What? I'm not even sure, guys. Maybe we should wait to see what they are saying, because I don't think... There we go. There they go. They got them to print finally. There it is. So, woo! Have some results, guys. Take that. Resilience Esports, that looks a little better with the double winner chicken dinner coming in with 66 total points. Region 8 Gaming coming in with 58 total points. Nexus Alliance at 51 total points and a winner chicken dinner. There you guys go. There it is. Girl 67 UT. Good RTP. Yes. Resilience Esports coming in first this week. GG's Resilient. Thank you everyone for coming out and supporting Region 8 NABS Winter Finals number 2. So join us next Saturday for week 3. And also thank you so much for coming out and supporting me. Rennie, Mitch, hearts to you. Hearts, hand hearts. You got it. Thank you so much for filling tonight's goal. I truly appreciate you, Rennie, Mitch. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night. Have a great holiday season. If I don't see you before, I will see you during or after. Have a great week. Stay safe, and I will see you soon. Good night, everyone.